All right. I think we're here, folks. I think we're good. Lord willing. But
Coming
hi,
in like
guys.
static today.
What?
Hi guys.
Static?
It's like coming in like static today. Yeah.
Oh, never mind.
Guys, look at our blankies!
Look at the blankies!
Look at our blankies! Thank you, Nix.
We got
Thank you for my
blankies.
blankie, Nix. Look at you can barely see it on the screen right now, but the blankie has flames too at the bottom, like Kamina's cape.
Yeah,
Isn't that cool?
I tried to get it up there without, making it look like. Actually, hold on a sec. You know what? Screw it. We'll do that just for you, Hood. Hold on a sec. So here's Hood's blankie, guys.
Look at it.
Look at the blankie.
Look at how cool it is.
Oh, well, shucks. Will has yoinked your blankie.
No, Will, my blankie, give him back, man.
Not the blankie.
Why would you do this to me? No. Now my skin pants are showing again.
Well,
Man, I hate it too because I would have done the same thing. That was such a good comedic moment.
Okay, chat, on a scale of 1 to 10, how bad is it buffering?
Oh, is it still doing it?
Yeah. It's playing ping pong right now between red and green.
See, I thought that it might need an actual complete restart. So.
Yeah, you might be right. I thought that, it just was OBS, but no. But if it's just my internet's too smooth as butter. Is it as smooth as butter?
I'm watching it and I haven't seen where it's buffered quite yet, so.
Oh, okay. Bad for me right now. Okay. It keeps okay. Well, let me know because it keeps playing ping pong. Oh, now we're in yellow. Oh, now we're in green. Okay. Well, I'm just gonna trust my mods and be like, just please poke me if it's getting bad because I think we had a blizzard last night. So I think it might just be the internet connection. Hood thinks it might be my computer. I think it just might be internet all around because power lines and snow and ice and stuff like that. So
Possible.
here's hoping though. Or, just not today, Satan. Not today, Stan. We got a lot. We got a lot of stuff to talk about today.
Yeah.
So, yeah. But hi, guys.
Hi, guys.
If you ever need to refresh, guys, I would say refresh maybe now before we get into this.
Yeah, I refreshed too, just because it was like lagged back for a little bit. So now I think now it's caught up again. So
okay, good stuff. Lord, protect the internet and the stream, please. Yes. But hi, guys. How we doing? We be chilling. I'm loving this blankie. We're loving the blankies. Well, when Hood gets his back.
I would like mine. Mine was awesome. I love it. It's the best thing ever now.
It is awesome. It'll be back.
I don't even remember the other one I used to have anymore. What was it? Yellow? Who cares? Don't even care anymore. New blankie for the win.
New blankie for the win. Let me see here. Also, congrats on Keisha for being first.
Yay!
Let's go.
Let's go.
Let me see if I can.
The scream I screamed when I saw the artwork and the blankies, man. That was great.
Oh, speaking of screaming, I wonder if I should show. Y'all, Milkman did a really cute edit. Which, okay.
Oh, yeah. I
just, as a disclaimer, guys, I'm totally fine. If you make clips, edit clips, whatever the heck you want to do, I'm totally fine with that. As long as it's not used to be harmful to myself or others, then it's fine. Have at her. Like, I don't know why people are picky on those things because it's like, well, it's free promotion is what it is.
Mhm.
Like same with
Yep.
VTubers who people make art and animations and stickers and all sorts of stuff for using their likeness and stuff. And it's like it's basically just free promotion. And they
Yep.
have fun, you have fun, and we got some really talented people out here. So it's for funsies. So,
Yep. It behooves people to allow people to enjoy stuff, and even if you don't make an immediate profit off of it, you will usually in the long run. That's usually how that works, but because people
mhm.
don't see that for some reason, that's why you have people like Nintendo that shut things down when they
Don't get me
don't need to.
started. Here, you can have your blankie
So,
back because they'll it'll be
thank
5
you.
minutes by the time they see it on screen.
Yay.
uh, but yeah, just wanted to because Milkman the sweetheart reached out to me and was like, "Hey, I really wanted to make a fun little edit thing highlighting the troll moment, but I realized that it's your clip and it's your." I'm like, "Oh, pfft, it is our clip, comrade." So um but yeah, I kind of want to show it because it's funny. Also, hello everyone. I'm sorry. It, I want to say names. Um, it's just technical
We got
difficulties.
Nix, we got Joe Boy, we got Crud Muffin, we got Grace, we got DJ, we got Will, we got Sully, we got Drafty, we got Dan's, we got Sammy. Did I miss anybody? I think that's everybody that
I
I
think it's on
currently
Mama
can see.
Hades. We got an otter
Yeah. Oh, Dan. We have another Dan.
and another Dan. Not to be confused with Dan's.
Uh,
There are
Space
so many
Hermit. Hello.
Dan.
Doc Soup.
Let's go. There are so many like Dan
Yeah. And
in this
Kishu.
community. Like there's so many.
Yeah, lots
Thanks
of Dan.
thanks for the Hydra DJ. You have water, right?
Mm-hmm.
Ooh, I got a little floaty in my water bottle. Ew. What is that? What are you from?
That's good for you. That's the pulp.
Ugh, no. Pulp in my water? No.
Yeah.
Gosh.
Yeah, it's good for you. That's the minerals and the vitamins.
No, 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 no. Bad hood. Gosh.
It'll put hair on your
Um,
chest.
as a white woman, I don't want hair on my chest.
That's what my papa would always say. Be like, what? You don't like tomatoes? It'll put hair on your chest. And
What?
he'd always say that like at like a Thanksgiving, he'd say that to like my mom or whatever, and she'd be like, I don't want that, thanks. It was always the best thing.
That was
So now
like
it's just become a thing to say it to ladies. It'll put hair
yeah.
on your chest.
And we all just looking like, yeah, because, yeah, never mind. Anyway, we're not going to go down the rabbit hole. Anyway, Donna, welcome in. Donna's redeemed daily check-in. So on a scale of 1 to 10, 1 being absolute trash, 10 being absolute amazing. How are you feeling? I want to know. I'm going to once again throw Hood under the bus first. Hood, how are you? How would you rate yourself today? How are you feeling?
I feel like I typically average like a 7.5, you know? Like I'm
Yeah.
usually like right. That's kind of where I'm at right now. I'm not particularly gleeful. I will say I'd like Christmas has felt very not Christmas this year,
Mm,
and it has been slowly doing that each year that it's progressed. And I don't think it's just because I'm like getting older now. I straight up
mm-hmm.
feel like there is no Christmas spirit in the air anymore. Like it's just gone.
Well,
Which saddens me.
I feel like everyone's just so depressed, or Christmas has just been, I don't know, in everyone's mind, it's almost like everyone's made up their minds that, oh, Christmas is stressful and depressing and it's all about like gifts and we have no money because
Yeah,
the economy sucks and thus
right.
Christmas sucks. And it's like no, it
Well, I
doesn't
think
have to
it's
be that way.
yeah, I think it's the civil unrest.
That true, that
I think it's
too.
the not having money. It's the not being, you know, sure what's going to happen politically. Like everything became very political after 2016. Like after
Mm,
that, everything was just like that was the focus of everybody's mindset for the last 10 years basically. So it's like,
mm-hmm.
you know, I just remember growing up and you know everything was Christmas. People had lights all over the place, you know. There
Yeah.
was like every cartoon had like the Christmas specials playing, and
Yeah.
lots of Christmas movies were playing, and people, if you did anything on YouTube, it was like, people did like cool little Christmas episodes and stuff. Like, I don't know, it felt like more fun and free, and it doesn't feel that way anymore.
Well, also, Hood, you can't say Christmas. You have to say happy holidays.
No,
That's
screw
also
that.
that's also
Put me
another
in
big
prison for
thing.
that.
Shall I
It
play
is
my
it
favorite
is
Christmas song, ladies and gentlemen?
it is Merry Christmas. It is Merry Christmas. I will not be saying
Oh.
Happy Holidays. Thank you very much.
See, I feel a little petty because every time I have someone on, which spoiler alert, Hood's gonna be on later, guys. So I guess this is a spoiler for you too. But I think people have picked up on this by now, but every 12 Days of Christmas collab I've done so far, I always at the very end ask people Merry Christmas or Happy Holidays just to be petty towards, I don't know, anyone who's like, oh, well, it's Happy Holidays. Because every single person so far says Merry Christmas. It's like, yes, it is Merry Christmas. It's not Happy Holidays. It's once again society trying to like rip any identity or any special meaning of anything. It's like, no, we all have to be the same. We all have to be on equal footing, but screw you if you try to get on my level. Get down there. You're beneath me. And it's like, what is this? Like, what do you mean? Sorry.
I
That's
think too, like another big part of it is like along with the civil unrest is like one of the big things you would see during Christmas time, and you see it in a lot of the older Christmas movies.
mm,
Like I think Miracle on 34th Street is like a big one that did this too. But like the idea of goodwill toward men, you know,
yep,
like that,
yep.
and that's just not an option for people anymore. They're like, no, there will be no goodwill because I can't relate with this person, and I don't like this person, they're not like me, because everybody's segregated everything.
Mm-hmm.
Everything is segregated now. It's like there's
Mm-hmm.
just no unity, which is the whole, that's like a big tenet of Christmas is, yes, first and foremost it's about Jesus, but then after that it's like, yeah, unifying people, and like, coming together as like human beings, and being like there's some things are less important than others. It's more
Yep.
important that, hey, we're all saved because of Jesus, let's come together and sing and be happy because of that. Like that was kind of the
Mm-hmm.
the whole, it was about, and trying to, again, the whole goodwill toward men. It's like being kind to people, not that you shouldn't be that all throughout the rest of the year, but it's like that was
Yeah.
specifically the time that it's like, oh yeah, like let's forget about all the bah humbug stuff like Scrooge always had, right? And you help people, you give to them,
Sorry.
even if they don't deserve it, you this and that. What happened? Oh, hi.
Rico, thanks for the resub. Hello. We're just talking
Let's
about
go.
how it doesn't feel like Christmas and it's all because this. I'm so sorry I cut you off there, Hood.
No, you're good, Rico. I have a mission for you. I have a mission for
Yes.
you, soldier. If can you militaristically make people be in the Christmas spirit again? I want
Ah!
this. I want you to enforce it. Hey, let's go.
Thanks for
Thanks,
the
Donna.
resub, Donna. Also, but on that topic, Hood, and also relating to like military, like this is how bad like the world society has gotten to the fact that we can't even say Merry Christmas, whether or not you're Christian or like Christmas, whatever. We can't even say that anymore. When back during like what was it, World War II, they paused. They put a pause on the battlefield.
Yeah.
Like like it came up in like my feed or whatever. There was like a video or whatnot, but that actually happened. They all these men who were literally pitted against each other. It was war, and they decided, you know what? For one day, like we're all miserable. We all hate everything. Like let's just have a truce for like just a brief moment of time.
Yeah.
And it's like, how come that was okay then, but now it's like, oh, you said Merry Christmas? You hate my guts, and I hate your guts. Now. It's like, what the?
I would argue though back then too, the people were vastly more Christian, so
True,
that was
true.
probably why. So they had like more of a camaraderie in like that regard.
Mm-hmm.
Whereas now everything is divided, and people are like, actually, Christianity isn't cool and we don't like it and this and that. And so that's why people try to just demonize it. And it's
Yeah.
It's literally the best holiday. It is like the best one for so many reasons.
Mm-hmm.
Um, and it's just, yeah, I don't know. I just miss that. I miss when it used to feel more like happy and jolly. And again, I know that there's
Mm-hmm.
actual physical reasons for why it's not now,
Yeah.
but even growing up, there were times of like, oh, doesn't feel like, maybe we're going to be able to do as much for Christmas and this and that or whatever because, times are a little tougher. But it still felt like the spirit was there. The spirit does not feel there anymore. And that's what I think I'm particularly sad about. But that's just
Mm-hmm.
me. So,
Yeah. No, that's fair.
oh, hold up. He made a monologue. Hold on. Let me see
Let's
if I can
go.
do it. Let's see if I can do it in Rico voice justice. Let's see. Ah, I command you all to commit fully to the Christmas spirit in service to our blessed and immortal Emperor Jesus Christ. He was born to save you from damnation and destruction, and is victorious over death and sin. For you, as such, bend the knee and glorify our King this Christmas. Thank you, thank you, thank you,
I stood up for this.
thank you, thank you, thank you. I don't got that like deep bass that Rico has, but I can try. A brother
No,
can
you're doing
dream.
good. It's all good. It's all good. But Rico, I just want to say, sorry, I'm cracking up here.
Yeah,
I
that's happened to me too. Yeah.
I just want to say, oh, hold on, I was like, we're gonna snooze this for a second because I think I want people to listen to this. So, but Rico, I just want to say we love you. You're doing a great job. Life
Amen.
sucks, but God's still good, and you're doing great. Your family loves you. We love you, and we're all here to support you in any way we can. And oh my gosh, Willifer. Yeah, all my mods are their name and then Ifer on the end. So we have Jennifer, we have Gracifer, we have Willifer, we have Danzifer, we have Nixifer. We have all these names now.
How come I was Butterfer then? Why wasn't I Hoodifer?
You were Buddyford because I was trying to give you a middle name.
Oh.
That's why I said Hoodla Buddyford Mutt. I don't know why I had to emphasize on the mutt.
She emphasized the mutt.
I blanked out for a second.
I almost felt. Did you guys feel like that was almost like a slur there? It was like she was really putting the emphasis on the end there. I really kind of felt.
Don't you start with me?
Kind of really felt like that. That might be the white woman thing coming out of her. I don't know.
Don't you? You know what? Someone just redeemed no blankie for you. So get
no,
yoinked.
No, who did it? Which one of you did it? Why? Why, Doc Soup? Why would you do this to me? Why is it me? How come it always takes my blankie? How come it doesn't ever take yours? No.
Because it's only for you.
Why? I finally have my really cool Gurren Lagann blanket. I can't even enjoy it. I hate everything. This is why we don't have the Christmas spirit. Y'all take everything from people.
So we can't have nice things. Also,
so I can't have nice things.
Rico and Donna, I need a color from you guys. You guys get to pick your Christmas tree decoration color. And I'm just gonna quickly. Where are we here? Can't see past the hype train barn thing. Which thank you guys, but also save your money. Just gonna quickly rush through the numbers. Donna's an 8.5 to 9. Dan's is 6-ish. Joe Boy's 9. Will is 8.7. Nick's is 5 to 6. I thought DJ said 2025. I'm like, nope, he's just saying the year. Sully's 4.5. Sammy's 7.5. Everything's jumping up. Go away. I'm trying to read it quick. I think that was it. Also, Slimes, thank you for the lurk. If I tell you Merry Christmas and you say I celebrate Hanukkah, Kwanzaa, etc., I'll wish you a happy whatever you celebrate, but my go-to is Merry Christmas. See, that's the thing. That's okay. If I say Merry Christmas, I'm like, oh, well, actually, I don't celebrate that. I celebrate this instead. Then I'll wish you a merry or happy whatever you celebrate. But don't dumb it down to happy holidays, because then nothing's personal. It's all just, oh, no, we don't get personal
androgynous.
Here. Exactly. It's like, I want to know, if you don't celebrate Christmas, okay, well, what do you celebrate? You celebrate that? Okay, great. Well, marry that. Like, happy that. Whatever it is. I wanna like just ugh.
I am a little more militaristic. It is very much Christmas for me. So,
Mhm, mhm,
like, I
mhm.
might say, I might add it in. I might say, like, oh yeah, sure, like, Happy Hanukkah, but also Merry Christmas.
Oh
like,
yeah.
like that always gets added in for me.
Mhm. But same with Donna. Like my default is Merry Christmas. And unless someone tells
Yeah.
me otherwise, I'm gonna just continue wishing them a Merry Christmas. And unless they're like, oh, I don't celebrate that. It's like, okay, well, you wish me a Merry Christmas, I'll wish you a happy whatever. it's just it's fine. Also, Otter,
Yeah, man.
congratulations on your 7 stream streak. Woo! Yeah, Dare, exactly. If people in a freaking world war can celebrate Christmas on the battlefield with one another, so can we. Amen. Say it louder for the people in the back. Gosh. Also, hold on a second. I'm pinning. I gotta go back up. I gotta pin Rico's thing. Boom. There we go. And don't you all forget it.
Notice how
uh,
he capitalized everything. He
mm-hmm.
capitalized Christmas spirit. He capitalized Emperor Jesus Christ. He
Mm-hmm.
capitalized it all.
Butts shall
The
be
detail.
kicked and bells shall be jingled.
I can't. I can't. Bust down the door with a gun. I came. I came to kick butts and jingle bells, and I'm all out of butts.
I love it. My gosh. Y'all are absolutely based. I love you all.
My goodness. But
Oh
anyway,
man. Yes,
all
yes.
that to
Moving
say as
on.
well, I'm gonna transition into the thing that I wanted to say at the beginning because
Yes,
it's a little more
yes.
depressing, and then we'll
Mhm.
get into happier stuff after. But I just have been noticing, if anybody's been following my Twitter, you notice that I post this somewhere in the middle of, well, it was like, I guess at the end of last week, kind of more. But there's just been like this. Can I say the word or do I have to use a different word?
No, I think
Like,
you can say the word. Yeah.
okay, I didn't
Yeah.
know if it'd be like canceled.
No,
But
no, you're good. There's other words, but no, I think that one's not TOS, so you're fine.
okay. Um, there's just been like a great spirit of like suicidality going around. I'm
Mhm.
noticing like within our sphere, but even outside of that, I'm noticing it. And I don't know if it's because of like, oh, it's Christmas and it should be happy, but it doesn't feel happy and I can't get anything for anybody. And I don't have anyone to spend Christmas with. And if it's all that like Christmas, like I do notice that I think people get a lot sadder when it's like there's happier times that are supposed to be being had, but then they feel like they can't actually experience that because they don't have the things maybe that are involved around that, you know? Um, but I don't even think it's just that. Okay, I think it's straight up like it comes in waves. I've noticed it does that every so often throughout the year, and it specifically hits like our generation. I say our generation, but there's people of varying ages here. Like of the millennials and kind of downward from there. I would say more strongly it's in Gen Z, but there just seems to be like this really heavy spirit of that I feel like the enemy is
Mhm.
trying to place upon people. And I know you've all felt it at some point or another. I have too, at different times where you just kind of feel like, I just don't really want to be here anymore. You hear the voices,
Mhm.
and it's like depending on the person, like all I know is that like it's the perfect tactic for the enemy. It's very cunning because he doesn't have to do anything. All he has to do is just convince you that it's not worth it,
Mhm.
that nothing's ever going to change for you, that your life is always going to be bad, that you're always going to be poor, you're always going to not have someone who cares about you, you're never going to find love, you're never going to have kids, you're never going to
Mhm.
whatever the thing might be. And so he's like, yeah, so you may as well just like take yourself out. And you know what? Like while you're at it, why not take a couple other people out with you, right? Like that's the nature of that spirit. And I think that that's what happens when we see shootings and stuff like that. I think, we just, if anyone's been following any news stuff, there was that Bondi Beach thing. There was,
Yeah.
what was it, Brown University thing that happened. So, again, if you're a conspiracy theorist like me, I think a lot of those things are planned. I don't think that they are just sporadic, but on the chance that they aren't, I just know that those typical types of things that's very obviously Satan just getting into their head and being just like,
Mhm.
time to go on a rampage before you, because usually when people do that, if they are very like hell bent on doing that, it's usually I get as many people as possible, and then when I realize I'm cornered, then that's when I take myself out. So it's like usually very destructive, very very irrational, very chaotic, which is very much how the enemy works, right? It is very unorganized, very
Mhm.
nonsensical. And so just because I'm noticing that, I mean, like I said, if you guys have been seeing my Twitter stuff, I like posting stuff, you know, me being the Gurn logging guy.
Mhm.
I like posting Kamina stuff because I just know back in 2020 when I first watched Gurren Lagann, I was not in a good place. I very much felt like Simone for anyone that has seen Gurren Lagann. I very
Mhm.
much felt like how he was, and I just felt like, what's the point? Why keep going forward? I felt like I was scared about the future. I was scared about, my life. I was scared about, you know, whether or not I would succeed or fail at anything ever, and I didn't feel competent enough to actually succeed. I didn't feel competent enough to just keep existing. I really just kind of felt like, I just wasn't made for this world. I had all those different things going on through that time. I'm like, I feel like I was made for a different world. This one's not working. And God kind of just sent me that anime right at the right time. Maybe that sounds silly to different people because some people are very kind of traditional, hardcore, like, no, God only talks through scripture. I don't believe that. I believe God uses multiple different facets. And I think for me, he used Gurren Lagann, which is why I am
Mhm.
so annoying about it all the time, but it's literally because it actually like saved me. It was actually
Mhm.
part of God used that to help build that mindset into me. And it was crazy because after I'd watched that, I started seeing scripture differently because of it. And I started seeing the same types of things. It's like it's not that you won't feel pain, it's that you're supposed to endure the pain. And that's actually a good thing. There's actually like it actually builds you up. It makes you stronger to be able to handle things, both curses and blessings, and stuff like that. And um so that's why I like posting stuff like that. And because, you know, sometimes it can just be really easy to get trapped in your own head. I keep seeing a lot of posts like that about people being trapped kind of in their own head and just being like, I'm just in a really dark place. Pray for me, this types of stuff.
Mhm.
And so that's one thing I wanted to say is anytime you see that, just take a moment to actually sit there and pray about it, rather than it being a platitude. Like you see somebody who's struggling like that and just pray for them on the spot. Just like ask God, or even reach out to them to let them know that you care and say, hey, I just wanted to pray for you really quick because I saw that you're going through a hard time. Um, but if you're somebody that's going through that, I do want to pray after this just in general.
Mhm.
But I also just want to say too that, I don't like using platitudes and just saying like, trust me, it gets better. I don't like saying stuff like that because I feel like it ignores the pain that you're actually going through right now, and I don't
Mhm.
ever want to do that.
Yeah.
So, what I usually like to say to people is, no, what you're feeling right now is very real and it sucks and
Mhm.
it's bad. And you're probably thinking like, tomorrow, like why should I keep going tomorrow? Because tomorrow is it's just gonna rain again. It's raining today, it's gonna rain tomorrow too. Why do I want to keep going for the next day, right? Um, and again, like, and that's something that God actually kind of I felt like had spoken to me before. Is he kind of told me like, you're probably right. It probably will rain tomorrow as well. You're probably correct, but you just won't know unless you get there. That's all, you know. And that's not a
Mhm.
platitude. That's just a fact. You just won't know until you get there. Um, and so what I know is our whole lives are about persevering. Our whole lives are about like that's what we were built for. Like human beings are quite literally creatures of endurance. We're creatures of stamina. As creatures on planet Earth, like as like, animals, if you want to word it that way. Out of all of the animal kingdom, um, human beings like in their own stature, have more stamina than any other creature on planet Earth,
Mm.
which basically means we can run at our top. I believe it's at our top speed or at a consistent speed, longer than any other animal at its top or consistent speed. So the cheetah can outrun us, but it can't outlast us. That's the difference. So it can go quickly for a short period of time, but it can't outrun us. We can outlast every other creature on planet Earth. I don't think that's a coincidence. I think that that's by design. I think that God was building quite literally into our very DNA. He's like, I didn't build you to be the strongest. I didn't build you to be the smartest, and I didn't build you to be the fastest. I built you to be able to endure whatever comes your way. And you see that no clearer than in Job. You see it no clearer than in, even Jesus's story, right? He comes as a man, he didn't get special privileges just because he's also God. Like he had to suffer in the same ways that we did, even so much as suffering on a cross. Like he had to endure that. That's why he was
Mm.
so terrified of it in the Garden of Gethsemane, okay? And yet he did, okay? And so, you know, many different stories like that you'll see even throughout scripture where people endured much hardship. The Israelites endured hardship in Egypt and then endured the
Mm.
wilderness and so on and so forth, right? Fasting is a form of enduring pain, enduring suffering of some kind so that you can kill the flesh to make the spirit flourish, right? And to focus on God. Um, abstaining from sexual encounters and stuff, okay, right? Like that's not giving into your flesh.
Mhm.
That's a form of, some people might look at that as a form of suffering, but it's for a good cause, right? Like everything that we do, everything that we're told to do as human beings actually goes against what the flesh tells you. I always like to word it as, to be like God is to be everything that a human is not, which is
Mhm.
technically only partially true because a human being is made in the image of God, which means we should be like God, it just in general. But in terms of like what our broken state of being a human is, everything to be like God goes against that. And one of the things that goes against it is we like to have pleasure and we like to see things good happen and we like to live in that all the time in that form of decadence. And in a way, we've kind of created that in our culture where we try to always, that's why we invent things, right? We invent things to make our lives easier so that it doesn't have to be as hard for us or the next generation to come, which isn't a bad thing, but I
Mhm.
think it can make us start to lose sight of what is actually like the actual virtue of struggling, the actual virtue of enduring pain and suffering and loss and all these other things. Those things make you who you are, and that, again, that might sound like a platitude as well, but it's not, so long as you understand the purpose for it. Which is why I like to say that when God puts you through those things, it's actually part of a strength training test. And I say God puts you through it, it's more like he allows you to go through those things. He allows the enemy to sift you. He allows the enemy to attack you like he did with Job, because it actually builds you up. It doesn't there's, and I forgot exactly where the scripture is. If somebody remembers, you can go ahead and let everyone know. But there's scripture that talks about where God says he won't give you more than what you're able to handle. Okay, and
Mhm.
he'll help you with those things, but everything he does is for your benefit. It's for your good. Like it's not to destroy you, it's to help build you up. It even says like that we should I can't remember the exact wording, but in other words, we should love the discipline of the Father because the disciplining actually makes you better. But disciplining hurts, you know?
Mhm.
And so, hold on one second.
Mhm.
Even in, obviously, like sometimes just bad things happen, and I wouldn't even necessarily say that those things are like God, placing a strength training test on you. What I kind of more mean is that all of life is kind of that training ground, you know. All of life is like there comes times where you have to endure those hardships, and it becomes harder, I think, when we see, man, well, these people are really wealthy and these people seem like they have, all the luck, and these people, how come they got married and I can't? How come they got to have kids and I couldn't? How come, you know, this and that and all these other things, and you just start to, again, it's putting your value in things that are something apart from God, you know what I mean? And I guess all that to say that I'm trying to say, to be encouraged by the fact that the struggling hurts and it sucks, and it's not fun to have to go through those things, but
Mhm.
ultimately, if you can endure it, if you can persevere, like Paul talks about, there there is there is like virtue that comes from it by the time you're done. The unfortunate consequence of it though is just you won't probably notice that until you actually are through it and you can hindsight look back and see what happened. Because like
Mhm.
right now you're blind to it because you can only see 2 feet in front of you, which is why God is a lamp to our feet, not to our future,
Mhm.
right? It's like he's just for the right in the moment. There's a reason that he says that, right? So, you know, what what God has shown me, and I've mentioned this before, but sometimes I think people just need to hear it again. The reality of the situation often is we like to try and say, what is the lesson I need to learn, God, so that way the suffering can stop and then I can get out of it. Because we're always trying to get out of the suffering. When pretty much almost always the case is it's not about getting outside of the suffering, because the lesson is the suffering. The
Mhm.
suffering is the lesson. That's the lesson you're learning is suffering. That actually, like, you can't escape that part of it. Like you can't get away from it. You have to endure it. And it's only once you endure it and come out the other side will you be able to look back and say, "Oh, that's why I went through that." Now that this new struggle comes, it's kind of like the idea of like if anyone's played guitar, for instance, right? Or let's even say something more tactile, right? Like let's say you do farming or gardening or something, right? You try to use certain gardening tools, and the first times that you use it, your hands get shredded. Like it messes up your hands because they're not calloused for it, but your hands will slowly, break down and then they heal. And then once the healing happens, they're stronger for the next time. So you can go a little bit longer. That's our whole lives. That's like everything we go through is for that, is to make us a little bit stronger the next time so that we can handle the next curse that's placed upon us or the next blessing that comes. Because a lot of people fail the success test, they call it, which is
Mhm.
once you actually have everything, once God blesses you, are you going to use it appropriately?
Mhm.
Well, not if you don't have the proper character for it, you won't. And the only way you build character is through enduring suffering and actually having to trust on God and realizing that, oh man, everything sucks and I don't really like I actually think that that's why so many people get down into that either physical or mental rock bottom of I just don't really want to be here anymore,
Mhm.
because it's only at that place that you can kind of just you can realize what's most important. You can also realize what like for me, for instance, when I got to that place mentally, it was kind of like it showed me how little a lot of the things that everybody else is struggling for really actually matters, like things of the world. It's kind of easy to say that. Hold on.
Mhm.
Sorry, my throat keeps giving out on me.
Oh, you're
Um,
good. Drink your water.
yeah, but it 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 uh it helped me when I got to that place to say, "Oh, you know what? Really the only thing that does matter is God." And I now get why he says, "Seek first the kingdom of God and the rest will be added to you." Because if the rest was added to you before you sought the kingdom of God, you would come to a place where you're like, "This still doesn't fix my problem." I still feel like I don't want to be here anymore. And so, getting to that mental rock bottom, I think that's why God allows situations in our lives to drive us to that place, because that's part of the refinement, right? Like uh, metals have to go through fire in order to become purified. And so if you think of yourself, you have to go through fire and it hurts, but then once you come out, you're better for it. And it's just, if you can keep that in the forefront of your mind, that it's a strength training test that you're going through. This isn't meant to destroy you, it's meant to actually help you. You just have to keep going. You just have to keep walking. I've had many times where I've told God, I'm like, I can't keep doing this, man. I'm like, I'm so tired. I feel like, I'm out here in the wilderness walking with you. I'm like, I picture it as like God, Jesus is in front of me and I'm in a vast wilderness where there's nothing else around me and I'm walking behind him. I'm trying to walk in the footsteps that he's leading a path. And I crumble to my knees where after a while, and I'm like, I can't do it no more. You got to give me some provision. You got to tell. And I've had many times where I felt like what he tells me in return is he just kind of looks back at me and he just says, "Come on, get up, keep going." And that's it. That's all I get.
Mm.
And I'm just like, "But I told you I can't keep going." And he just keep going because he understands something that I especially before didn't. And Now I think I understand it better, but still have those moments where I'm just like, I I don't want to keep going. I might know I'm when am I ever strong enough? Like when is the strength training over? I'm done with that.
Mhm.
Um, but ultimately, I do know that if you just can endure it, you will see an oasis. There will be an oasis eventually. You know, and of course, people will say, well, you still have to plan, you still have to do this and that, you still have to. Maybe some of that is true, but the main thing is just don't worry about the future. Don't worry about 5 years from now. Where am I going to be? Don't worry about some of those things. For now, just worry about one more day. Just go
Mhm.
one more day, because that's what God showed me. Just go one more day. And when it rains
Mhm.
again tomorrow, just go one more day. And when it rains again the next day, just go one more day. Just take it one day at a time. That's all. What is that? Matthew 6 or 7? I can't remember which one it is. That's all the whole don't be anxious thing, right? Is he's like, just, today has enough issues to suffice, right now. Don't worry
Mhm.
about tomorrow. Just just get through today. And then when the next day comes, then just get through that day.
Mhm.
And and that's why I like wording it like if you didn't understand it before, understand now. You are literally built for it. You are as a human being, you are literally built to endure. That's your strong suit. And the enemy constantly is working around you to tell you that's your weakest point. You can't endure it, right? And like he even does that to Jesus. He tries to use scripture against Jesus to make him not endure, right? Turn the stone into bread, you know? That type of a thing, right? He's trying to get him to give up on the suffering, but Jesus knows that the suffering is what makes him ready to be the sacrificial lamb later. So everything the enemy's going to try to get you to do is to tell you, actually God was wrong. You actually aren't built for this. He's
Mhm.
not going to say it that plainly to you. He's going to use things that are intimate to your life. You know, no relationship you've ever been in ever works out. So what's it matter? You know, like what does it matter? Just who cares? Like, and he's gonna keep boiling you down to that nihilism. Even if you're a Christian, he'll still do it to you. In fact, he'll probably do it harder if you're a Christian, just so that when other people look at you, if you actually gave into it, they'd say, "What's the point of being a Christian? It doesn't help you at all." Right?
Mhm.
He's cunning. Okay, he's an effective strategist when it comes to attacking the kingdom of God. Like he's not someone to be trifled with. This is what it
Mhm.
says that in Jude. Okay, even Michael the archangel does not trifle with him. He only acts when God tells him to, because Satan is very, very cunning. That's his main strength, is he's cunning. He's really good at tricking you. So that's why it's so important to understand what the actual truth of what God says about you, that you are valuable, like Jesus says. How much more valuable are you if God takes care of the sparrow, right? And he takes care of the grass and he takes care of the flowers of the field and stuff like that. If he takes care of those are way less valuable than someone who's made in the image of God and that is an actual child of God, whether you know it or not yet, okay?
Mhm.
Like so when you remember what your actual identity is, and then you remember that, oh yeah, God actually made me for this. Like I'm actually made to endure, which is again why I love Gurren Lagann, because that's what it really that series capitalizes on that mentality of like you can't do this, and it's like like heck I can't. Just who the heck do you think I am, right? It's like this is I'm I think the show would probably say I'm a human being. We can do all these different things. But when you look at it from a Christian perspective, it's like, yes, I'm a human being, and a human being is made in the image of God. I'm a son of God. There's quite literally nothing I can do. I'm a daughter of God. There's quite literally nothing I can do according to what Jesus says. With man, sure, this is maybe impossible, but with God, all things are possible. So, I just felt like it was necessary to bring this up, especially during this time, because I keep seeing it over and over. And it's like, it really breaks my heart because I know what it feels like to be in that position.
Mhm.
And again, I go in and out of that position myself sometimes. It just depends on the day, you know? And I think what I get, it angers me because I can see the enemy working. Like I know what his tactic is. And when I see some people that don't see that, or they say it, but it just kind of feels more like a platitude to them, right? Because all they're ever told is just, oh, just keep reading scripture and you'll feel better. And they're like, yeah, I've been doing that. It doesn't fix me. Like I still hate everything. I still hate life. I feel like no one loves me. I feel like Those are all really real feelings, and I don't ever want to mitigate those things. That's why I'm just saying don't mitigate them. Just know that just go one more day. That's the best way I can describe it. Eventually, if you just keep asking God and you keep what's the word I'm trying to say? Like if you keep petitioning to him and asking him like what he wants of you, what does he want you to know? What does he want you? Eventually those things will be made known to you, but you won't know that if you give up right now. And it's so easy to give up right now. It would be so easy with the
Mhm.
pain that you're feeling, with the mental stress that you're feeling, with the financial stress that you're feeling, with the emotional pain that you're going through. It would be so easy to give up, and that's what the enemy's going to prey on. He's going to prey on the fact that it's easier. But you weren't built for easy. You were built for hard things. You were made to endure hardship.
Mhm.
That's the fundamental characteristic of a human being. So remember that. Remember that you were built for that. Remember who you are. Whether you believe in Jesus or not, whoever may be in chat, even if you don't believe in Jesus, does not matter if you believe in Jesus right now. That is still literally what you were created for, whether you understand it and agree with it or not. So I just felt the need to kind of bring that out because I feel like people need to hear that. And I just want to kind of pray for everybody that's listening to this right now. And then we can move on to the more stuff. All right. Is that
Mhm.
all right?
Yeah, absolutely.
All right. Here we go. So, Father, thank you for everybody being able to come together here, hang out with us during morning monologues again, Lord. And I thank you for sending your son to be born and for us to be able to have a time, a season, not even just a day, but a season that we celebrate the fact that Jesus came to become who he quite literally came to be a sacrifice for the rest of us, Lord. And so we thank you for that, and we thank you, Lord, for for helping us endure these times of hardship, Lord. Whether it's financial strain or physical pain or emotional pain or mental toil, whatever the thing is that anyone in chat or either of us or anyone else that ends up coming across this VOD is feeling right now, Lord. We thank you for helping us endure those things, and we ask you right now that you would help us to endure those things during this time, especially that you would ward off the enemy right now. He
Mhm.
wouldn't be able to attack our minds, and that his cunning words, the Hebrew word for for um, for serpent in Genesis is a word that actually means like magical enchantment. It's I think it's kahesh, Lord. Uh, we pray that the enemy's magical enchantments over our minds that try to tell us that that we should be believing different than what you told us, Lord. We pray that those would be broken right now in Jesus' name. Help us to remember who we are in you, Lord. Um, to remember that we were made for such a time as this, that we were born for such a time as the days that we're living in, Lord.
Mhm.
That we weren't born for mere pleasure and luxury, although it's easy to want to slip into saying that that's the best way to live. We were actually built to endure hardship and to help other people endure their hardships and to walk with them and disciple them and to even carry them on our backs, when they're too weak. Um, and so Lord, we just pray that anyone that's struggling right now, that you would give them healing if they need healing. We ask that you would give them answers if they need answers, guidance and direction if they need guidance and direction. Whatever they ask for in your name, Lord, I pray that you would answer them right now in Jesus' name. Because you
Mhm.
said that um, that if we ask, we will receive, and if we seek, we will find, and if we knock, then the door will be open. And I don't believe that that was just for salvation. You told you told Solomon, you said, "Ask, what can I give to you?" You're a good father. You told through Jesus, you said, if you ask your earthly father for bread, will he give you a stone? Or if you ask him for a dove, will he give you a serpent? You know, then how much more will our heavenly Father give to us, Lord? And we believe you when you say that. So Lord, whatever we ask for in your name, Lord, we pray that we would receive it, Lord, and we would receive it in due time, Lord, that it would be in your timing because we know that your timing is better than our own. If we're still having to endure because
Mhm.
we have to just go through the process of strength training, then Lord, I pray that you would help us to endure and
Mhm.
and that we hear you speaking to us instead of the enemy, that when the enemy tries to say give up, that we instead hear your still small voice saying, keep going, just one more day. Just go one more day. Just lift one more rep. And then the next day, one more rep until we get to the end, until we reach that oasis, Lord, that we know is there, that you told us will eventually be there. And I don't believe that that's just for the afterlife, that it comes in this life too, because you said that you came to give life and life more abundantly. So I pray all of this in your name, Lord. I pray that everyone would have a very Merry Christmas and that you return the spirit of Christmas back to us, Lord, even despite everything. And that we'd be able to share that with other people as well, Lord, and be able to fully enact the concept of goodwill toward men, Lord, and to share with other people the reason for the season, as we say, Lord, that what the actual importance of it is, Lord, because I think people are they're ripe for the picking right now. I think they're realizing that the consumerism just ain't what it's about. They're looking for something deeper, Lord. So I pray that when the opportunities are presented to us, that you would help us to use our struggles, our pain that we've gone through to help other people see what the whole purpose of all of this is all about, even if it's just about, what the purpose of life is. So, Lord, we thank you for everything that you've done, and we thank you for everything that you're about to do. In Jesus' precious holy name we pray. Amen.
Amen. Uh-oh, you're getting yelled at.
No, don't cry. Don't
No
cry,
cry,
squirrel.
squirrel. It's okay. It's
Don't cry at
okay.
work, squirrel. Anyway, we can go on to happier stuff. I just really felt like I needed to talk about that because I've just been seeing it going around.
Yeah.
So just moral of the story, keep pushing forward even when you don't feel like just keep going.
Amen, amen. Good
All
stuff.
right. What are we talking about? What's the next thing? What do we want to move to? Are we going to are we going to shall I let you say it? What are we going to be talking about?
Oh no,
You said it
by
so
all
eloquently
means.
before.
By all means, this is your thing. You should be the one to say it.
Well, but we all know it's your favorite thing though, Kat. We all know
Don't
it's your
you
favorite thing.
freaking dare. Don't you pin this on me. You're the one that brought this one up in the first place. I just pointed out like, oh, so we're going to talk about butts and boobs, right? That's what we're talking about?
See, she said it. See, so it was her first. I was gonna say it, but she said it. She beat me to it. So we know that
I'm
it's
saying it so he doesn't get canceled. So I'm a nice friend. So
yes, guys, we're transitioning to butts and boobs. No, I'm just kidding. Actually, what we're transitioning to is the adjacent of that, which is there's a new Tomb Raider game coming out, guys, which is really crazy because Crystal Dynamics, which is very much known for making the horrible reboots where they kind of took away some of the femininity of Laura Croft in her traditional sense, they seemingly have put a lot of that back. And if you want to show just like one of the images before we show the trailer, that one that kind of shows that close up of her, so people can kind of see that.
like this one?
It's the one right next to it. That way, then you can actually see the
There we
face. Yeah,
go.
there you go. Yeah, see, like that actually looks like Laura Croft again. I'm like, that's actually really cool. I'm actually like pretty happy with that. Now, again, you always got to take things with a grain of salt because it's still Crystal Dynamics, and they're the ones that they specifically, I believe it was them that specifically put out when they released the original trilogy, the remakes of the trilogy to like make them more modern and stuff to add better graphics and stuff. They specifically put at the beginning of the game, like as you're opening the game, they're like, oh, these original Tomb Raider games were like, for a different time and for like a different audience. So, please understand that it doesn't always reflect, how Crystal Dynamics feels. And everyone collectively said, shut up. We don't care. And I just think it's cool that they're seemingly, we'll see when the game actually comes out, but seemingly they are returning to form here and making Lara Croft be Lara Croft again. She actually looks like a lady again and doesn't look like the abomination that is the Netflix series.
Oh gosh.
Where they absolutely masculinized her. Like she looks like a man.
Really?
Oh yeah, have you not seen the images?
No, I thought you were talking to. Never mind. I didn't know what you were talking about. I
Yeah.
did not know of that. Dang.
Yeah, there's a Netflix series. They absolutely make her like her entire personhood looks like a man. Like it looks like a man with like slightly feminine features. That's basically it. It is so obviously there's an agenda behind it. It's so obvious. It's not even funny. So it's cool here where like, and if you want to play the trailer, just while we're talking about it so that people can kind of see just in action what they are kind of teasing right now.
Sure, you might
I
want, or
really
I'll just
like
mute the
that.
tab actually. Sorry. Carry on, carry
Yeah,
on,
that's what I
carry
was
on.
gonna say. Maybe that'd be the thing. Um, but like you'll see in the trailer, what I think is really cool is they really kind of capitalize on her agility, which is really cool. Because I feel like they wouldn't have done that before because they would have said, "Oh, that's too, that's too whatever, objectifying or whatever." But like they
Mm-hmm.
have this one really cool shot that they'll get to where she's like she pulls herself up from a ledge, but like then does like a handstand and like kind of folds
Yes.
herself over and lands on her feet and it comes up very cat-like. I love that. I love that. That's very cool. So I'm actually very excited for what this is going to become. I love that it's about Atlantis. The whole thing is supposed to be about her, going through Atlantis and stuff like that.
This one.
Um yes, this. Look how
Yeah.
cool. That looks sick. I love that. That's really cool. Um yeah, I just love that I'm hoping they bring back like her kind of English heritage where cuz she was very much like, you know, um had the English accent when she talked and she was very very proper but also, very like still like this, like the agility. Look at that. Look how cool. I love that. I missed that. I'm very excited for this. So I I'm still I'm gonna be kind of holding out because you just never know. They might be teasing this, and then they get a bunch of people to buy it, and then it actually sucks. It's very possible, but this is very promising. I love that they gave her original attire as well. They gave her the blue tank top.
Mm-hmm.
Um, it just it. I'm hoping this means, and it might not. Maybe it's just for Crystal Dynamics, but I hope in general this means that this is like a cultural turning of the tide going back, like where people say, like
Mm-hmm.
when people are saying we need to make something for the modern audience, people will say like, yeah, we do not care.
Mm-hmm.
Like we just don't care. We don't care about the modern audience. We want to see really pretty girls and we want to see really strong masculine dudes that aren't like effeminate and whatever. Like
Mm-hmm.
we want to get back to those types of things, and especially in this case, in this case Laura Croft, we want to see characters that when they were established as one thing that they maintain that they don't have to change because of a quote unquote modern audience that doesn't exist. So I
Mm-hmm.
thought it was cool. I wanted to share it because there's a lot of people that are mad about this, and I'm like, bro, you can kick. I love this. This is great. I think this is cool. So hopefully it will maintain that. We'll see.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. I
There were
just
some articles. Go ahead. Go
no,
ahead.
no,
Go
no,
ahead.
nope,
Go ahead.
nope. You're reading chat. Go ahead with chat.
There were some articles dissing the new designs. Gosh, I hate game journalist articles dissing designs such as these. Yeah, I
Oh,
know.
they mean
It
squat
really is.
anymore.
They don't. Yeah, like if anybody's actually listening to game journos, their IQ is very low. I don't know what else to say. Like
Mm-hmm.
they don't play the games. They don't care. And that's even like people were showing that. I would even like see little posts on Twitter where people would say, you know, Laura Croft was never meant to be this way. She was supposed to be like this. And then someone would be like, well, what do you think about the old games? Oh, I never played them.
Yeah.
Yeah, of course you never played them. Like you don't care. Like so why are people kowtowing to these people that don't even care about the games to begin with? Um that's so frustrating to me, and it's I'm actually like, because again, I didn't grow up with Tomb Raider, so this is not like something that's super personal for me. I'm more into it for like the cultural aspect of it, the fact that it's like this like movement that was trying to uglify women. I don't know why that was happening, other than I think they were trying to androgynize everybody. But
Mm.
but 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 I still felt like, as a person who loved playing games, as a gamer, as I push up my invisible spectacles, um I I felt for the people that loved Tomb Raider and were absolutely getting crapped on, you know?
Mm.
So I think this is really cool that the people that love Tomb Raider hopefully will be happy about this. Now I'm like I've still been seeing like some people where they're just like, "Oh, the bus size isn't big enough. That doesn't reflect the original Lara Croft and stuff like that." I'm like, "Okay, all right. Like you're like, look, she's pretty much the same as what she was. Like I don't feel like, I feel like you're never gonna make every single person happy, but this is such a great step in the right direction that I'm like, I don't know why you would be mad at this if you love the original games until we actually see the game and if we find out that, oh, it's actually not what we thought. Like, assuming this is
Mhm.
like the old games, this looks great to me. Like, I have to give credit where credit is due. This looks great. It looks like Lara Croft again. It
Mhm.
looks
Mhm.
like a Tomb Raider game. So I'm into that. I'm
Mhm.
into that. I think that's great. So
Yeah. And
yeah.
I absolutely agree with Cal. Also, thank you for the follow, friend. Happy to have you.
Hey.
Um I'm just gonna read both comments here. The modern audience don't know what they want. That's why we hold artists to a high standard. They're supposed to surprise us with better imagination than us, or with a better imagination than us. And then I've seen a bunch of people on
Mm-mm.
both pro versus anti-censor side make the situation for games way worse. All we want is a good working game that also looks good. That's
Yeah.
it. That's all we want.
Very simple.
Good game,
Yep.
look good. That's it.
Yep. Yep, yeah, and again, like I think that the counterculture has swung things kind of too far in the opposite direction. They're like, man, everything's ugly. Let's just make everything like super sensual and all this different stuff. Like they kind of swung too far the other way, which is natural when you're doing like a countercultural movement. You're always gonna have people like that. But you don't make a good argument, especially like again, like I remember when Stellar Blade came out and people were like making like little short clips of just like the main character, what was her name, Eve, the main character Eve, like of the animation of her like going up a ladder. It's like, bro, like you're not making a good what we're trying to
Yeah.
say. Like that's not what we're talking about. We just want characters like we like it, there's nothing wrong with idealistic beauty, and we even see like vastly like throughout people who actually play the games, vastly do even women want to see idealistic women because they also want to be a character that they think is attractive or that they think is like the pinnacle of like male or female beauty, whichever it
Mhm.
is. um so even women like that, like they even want to be that because again a lot of these things are like they're meant to be in many ways like the they're they're the pinnacle of like what we should be trying to go for. It's again, it's the Superman and Barbie kind of mentality. It's like is like oh if you make little boys like look up to Superman that they're gonna like jump off of buildings, fly. Like no, they're not. Okay, Superman is just saying this is what this is like the pinnacle of being like a man is like standing up for the weak and being strong and being kind to other people, having good
Mhm.
character. That's what Superman stood for. Like that's the
Mhm.
role model part. That's the idealistic, right? He's very strong, very like, like upper body heavy and whatever,
Mhm.
right? Like
Yeah.
and again for Barbie, it was like, oh, that puts unrealistic standards for girls. No, it doesn't. Not if you're unless you are like dumb, okay? Like all it does is it says like this is the this is the ideal of like saying, hey, this would be cool to try to achieve this. It's like that doesn't mean that I feel like when people like if there is any amount of uh good faith in the arguments, I feel like people just assume, oh, if we push the idealistic standard, then that by nature means that people will then demonize those that don't meet the standard. Two things can be correct at the same time. You cannot demonize people that don't meet the idealistic standard and also say the idealistic standard is good and it's okay to be there and that we should try to achieve it.
Mhm.
Like both of those things are okay. Like okay, like yes, we can say it is like the pinnacle of a person to be like a certain body weight or something. That doesn't mean in correlation that you mock people that aren't that body weight. You get what I'm saying? Like it's
Mhm.
two things can be true at once. Like that's totally all right. Like
Yeah.
so again, I just think this is cool. I hope the gameplay is actually good too. It looks fun from what I'm seeing. They brought back her dual pistols. That's sick. I love that. Um I'm excited for it, and I just wanted to share. So
Mhm.
that was my transition from depression into goofy. So there you go.
Mhm.
I hope we were able to make you laugh a little bit. So
Yeah. And for anyone panicking, like, oh, they're talking about boobs and butts, like, well, hi, welcome to Morning Monologues, aka my channel, where we talk about these things because it's stupid. Like what Bob says here, we've lost a lot of pretty feminine female characters and masculine males over the last decade plus a bit.
Mhm.
They tried blending men and women so much of wait, they tried blending men and women so much, and it has resulted in subpar characters at best. Yeah, it's like
Yeah.
just
Yeah.
like I understand like with new characters, like yeah, they're like, oh, let's do this. Like, okay, well, you do you. Like, don't be sad if it bombs though, because. But also, don't touch our characters. If someone was to take, I don't know, like Wolverine and make him like more
Give him a dad
feminine.
bod and
What?
stuff, yeah. I
Oh,
was
well,
saying give him, like, a dad bod or something, but yeah, feminine, that's fair,
I mean, maybe someday he's gonna have a dad bod. Who knows? But it's like
yeah.
trying to like change the like that. Okay, that would be like yeah, taking Wolverine, making him more feminine and um very like I don't know, like friendly and like we're all about consent here. Like he will punch someone, call them bub, and ask questions later. Like that's just
Mhm.
who he is. That's just
Right.
who he is. Don't touch my characters. Leave my characters
Yeah.
alone. Go make your own and don't cry. If yeah, you try and like mold men and women together so much that you don't know. It's like, is that a man or is that a woman? I don't know. Like that's just gonna leave people more confused than being like, ooh, I like this character. Like they got a unique design. It's like, no, now they just look like everyone mushed together in like, here we go. Like what? Don't do that.
Yeah, do you remember when they made the comics for Batman where, um, he would watch, like, poor people robbing, like, a rich person, and he moved on and didn't stop it because he said that they deserved it?
What?
Yeah, it's a real thing.
What the
Yeah, because he
heck,
was
man?
yeah, there was some, like, I don't know, commies that were writing the thing, and it's like, "Oh, so you literally don't understand Batman." Batman literally does not discriminate, he does not care. If he sees somebody that is in trouble, he stops the person that is causing the trouble. That is literally his nature as a vigilante. Um, but he's like, "No, that person deserved it." I can't even remember exactly how it went. It was something along that lines, though. Something like because they were more privileged, it was the people that were stealing from them, it was them punching up. He didn't use those words, but that's like the concept of what
Mm-hmm.
they were going for, and it was so annoying.
That's like when they gave
Absolutely
Batman a
annoying.
gun. It's like,
Yep.
have you not read or watched or like anything on Batman? His big thing is no guns. That's
Yeah.
that's like a huge part of his character. That'd be like, you know, taking away Hood's beanie. That's a huge part of his
Yeah,
character.
man.
Like, what the heck? I don't understand. Oh my
Yep.
gosh. Or actually, no, no. Sorry. Taking away his beanie and taking away any interest in conspiracy theories.
Yeah, and
That
Gurren
that
Lagann.
that's not yeah, and Gurren Lagann. That's not Hood. That's not my Hood. No. Give us back our Hood. Like what the heck? Uh
But yeah.
also imagine Wolverine asking consent. Oh, hey there, my guy. We're in the middle of this heated battle, but do I have permission to make contact with your face? Like he's like, you want to
I've been
kiss me? He's
taking
like,
anger
no.
management classes actually lately. I've been talking to my therapist. Can you imagine? I guarantee you they would do that too.
No.
I just gave somebody an idea, is what I've just done.
I mean, okay, it would be funny though. Like the X-Men force Logan to go to therapy. He
Well,
just
right, it'd be funny if they forced him, but,
yeah,
like, if they
yeah,
tried to say,
yeah.
like, he went on his own, like,
Yeah, no.
Wolverine ain't going to no therapy
No,
session.
no, no. He's more like learning through life and people and stuff. Like there are times where like, yeah, they're like, heck, it is canonical that Wolverine is Christian or at least
Yeah,
interested in Christianity. Just saying.
yeah, which is
But
crazy.
anyone who's not a Christian would deny that 100% nowadays. So you do you boo. But
Yeah.
it's like anyway, just stop trying to make these already made characters to fit your political narrative. Like, please stop. Just leave Brittany alone.
Wait, Hugh
Uh,
Jackman is interested in Christianity? Man, we can only hope.
I hope so. Uh, hey, there we go, Hood. Buddy says, I love the title of the stream. I saw that TikTok and it made me feel insane. Yes! Okay, sorry, guys. We'll get to that eventually. We're working up to that. I know.
It
I'm
made
so
me feel
clickbaity.
insane.
Just, oh. Anyway, I digress. Also, hey, Milkman. Okay, actually, are you okay if I interject with our lineup to show
Yes,
Milkman's
yes, because you were gonna
masterpiece?
do that and we switched. Yes.
No, no, it's all good. It's all good. Okay, hold on a sec, guys. Let me just move things over here real quick. Oh yeah, I like moved it over here. That's okay. So, actually, let me turn on the audio here. I'm just gonna show you guys. So Milkman made this clip, and I absolutely love it. Which, once again, guys, if you want to make edits, clips, whatever from streams, like please have at it. My only request is it's not done in like to harm anyone.
Maliciously.
Yeah, exactly. So again, I was like, "Pfft, by all means, have at her. You guys are talented, wonderful, based beings. So have at her. But I wanted to show this off because I thought it was really funny. So let me just I gotta back this up here. Okay, that's on. I'm just gonna pause the music for a second here. I think it should be loud enough. So yeah, if you guys missed Saturday stream, this this is what you missed. Oh, hold on a sec. Why is it not coming through? What the heck? Oh
I can hear
wow.
it.
Oh, because it was doing Chrome. That's why. I forgot about that. I'm backing up. I'm backing up. There we go. What? I think my
Hmm.
things are broken. So hold on a second here. We're
No.
gonna. No, we're good. We're good. I'm just gonna increase the volume. Okay, we're gonna try it one more time. One more time, folks. Here we go. There we go.
You muted it for the Laura Croft thing, Grace says.
Yeah, that was for that tab. The beautiful thing about Brave, guys, is you can mute individual tabs. Or you can mute the whole
Mm.
website. Or you can mute the whole thing. So I muted the tab. No, my OBS is just I think I need to go through and like do a clean, like just a full spring cleaning of everything in OBS, because I think that's maybe the problem. But okay.
Mm.
Final time. I promise we got this. I have nothing here. I really wish I could have created something, but I've been so busy and I've had my birthday stuff and my stomach's also hurting. So the only thing I can give you is compliments. You're the best cat. Thanks for everything. Aw. And that's okay, Milkman. That's okay. I know that in past, like you and other artists have gifted me art pieces and stuff. That is okay. That is okay. This is just funny, silly, goofy. We just here to have a good time. All right, we're going to the next slide, I guess. I have nothing here. I was not ready. I was not ready.
Ah! No, can you go back to that slide really quick, like right before it cuts over to like your close up? Can you go like I want to see how that was worded because that killed me when I first saw it.
Wait,
Little,
like
little
this?
further. No. When it actually shows the image.
That there?
Yeah, right there. What does that say? I love that. Like, did you really think I was the great, amazing, and fantastical milkman, the guy who drinks spoiled milk, couldn't stomach a tummy ache? Stupid. That's what you are. Of course, I'll give you some art for your birthday. I love that. That killed me. I love that. Stupid. That's what you are.
Stupid.
It killed me when I first saw that.
Also, hold on a sec. What did I put here? Okay, Milkman, fun fact. So I was fiddling around with the art last night and I'm using it for thumbnails now.
I also love on that particular one too his little image for Milkman. He has he has the pointer finger, but it's on the wrong hand. That just like kind of that sells it for me. Like the thumb is on the wrong side. I love it. It just
See, that's just
the
his
little
thing.
details.
That's just his thing.
Uh,
I've seen that multiple times. I'm like, I love it so much. It makes it that much better.
oh man, it's so funny.
Anyway, did we mention that Milkman makes art and stuff? I posted a link there. You guys should definitely go click on it. Go follow him, go like his stuff, and go throw money at
Yep.
him to make
Yep.
art.
It's very good. It's
So
very good.
yeah, that's true, Milkman. You didn't remove his beanie, but you gave him a hood. You gave him a hood. He still has his H, still has his logo. It's fine. But yeah. Sorry guys, I fell behind on chat here. Scroll up. Yeah, I didn't know what to do. So I just screamed. Yes, my poor ears. Thanks for the shriek. It's already again. I'm sorry. Also, hi Ruby. It's not my birthday. You goobers. Oh yeah, canonically I have two left hands. Yeah, that's canon now. So that's how he makes such amazing artwork. You got to have two left hands, guys.
Yeah. Gotta have 2 left hand. That's gotta be a nightmare to try to, like, actually do, like, penmanship, though, but, aside from
Mm.
that,
But yeah.
I
Anyway.
I always feel sad for the people that have to write with the left-handed. That's gotta be difficult, so
Mhm. Mhm.
anyway, yeah, that was hilarious.
Yep. So yeah. Anyway, just want to throw that since we were talking about funny. Um, but kind of jumping back into things. I was yesterday years old when I learned that apparently there is a celebrity who is, you know what? I'm just gonna show the meme because I don't even know how to explain it. I don't even know how to explain it. But I was yesterday years old when I found this out. Christian scene Nicki Minaj becoming a leading voice against Christian persecution. A surprise to be sure, but a welcome one. And it's just she's posting a lot. Again, take it with a grain of salt because I know there's some celebrities who claim to be Christian and then they're just doing their own thing. Um, but dang, even regardless of where she stands and stuff, like she's being very vocal about it, which is again with her platform spreading a lot of awareness and stuff. And it's like, dang, that's
Yeah.
cool. That's really cool.
Yeah, it kinda took me by surprise, too. I don't keep up enough with, like, contemporary pop culture stuff, like, so I don't see every little thing every now and then, but, yeah, that was kinda crazy because Nicki Minaj was, like, kind of like the OG that I feel like started the whole, if I remember correctly, I thought she was the one that kinda started the whole, like, kind of degen sort of pop star kind of trend, where she's being, like, the, like, and I say started, but, like, really what it's, like, what really
Mhm.
kinda, like, drove it forward. Because 'cause I'm sure, like, people would say, like, "Oh, Madonna," or
Yeah.
something, you go
Yeah.
back far enough, Beyonce, whatever.
Yeah, but she
Um
was she was on that bandwagon and stuff like that, or jumped on it anyway.
Well, I feel like she was one that took it to, like, a different level, like, that's kinda where I think,
Mhm.
but then it's like then it seems like since however long ago that was, she's, like, backtracked, she's, like, gone back, and now she's here, and it's like, "Oh, huh,
Mhm.
fascinating."
Oh yeah,
And,
bunnies. Oh, go ahead, go ahead. Sorry, cut you
no,
off.
no, go ahead. Nope, go ahead.
Oh, you better get that cut you off. I'm sorry.
No, it's okay, I didn't have anything.
He's being too nice to me, guys. Bunny says I'd argue Britney Spears more than anything. Yeah, well, again,
Yeah,
it was
maybe,
like a
yeah.
domino effect of things of like, yeah, this person and then
Yeah.
this person popped up and then that person popped up and stuff. But yeah, no, she was definitely in that bandwagon and stuff. But again, like it's really I don't know. Not that I don't have faith in humanity, but it reaffirms my faith in humanity when I see things like that. I'm like, oh yeah, it's like, celebrities can be saved. They're not all uh, like God can save and work through people who you would least expect it. So that was kind of
Yeah.
a moment of humbling of like, okay, like, yes, Lord, forgive me for like, being proud and like, ah, yeah, there's no hope for any of these people. It's like, oh, never mind. Yep, nope. Lord can do things through anybody he wants. So my bad.
And it's to
But
my understanding too that she's been getting, like, crapped on for all that too, so
yeah. Well, I
but
again like nobody can go from what's the word I'm looking for? Like, apparently nobody can be good. Like you do something bad and then you try and do something good, and everyone's like, oh, well, you did this bad thing. And it's like, okay, but I've moved on from that. Like I don't want that anymore. I've apologized or I've repented of that or I've grown out of that and now I'm doing this. And people will always and forever hold on to like well even people getting canceled. What was it? There was like a few years back where everyone was digging into everybody's old Twitter feed back like when Twitter first became a thing and being like, "Oh, you said this slur, or you said this word, or you talked about this." And it's like, bro, they were 16 with access to the internet being like,
yeah.
oh, I can just post whatever I want here and I'm gonna be cool. And it's like, Their frontal lobe was still developing. Like, why are we holding that over people now who have literally proven time and time again that, hey, I've matured, I've grown, that is not me anymore? Like, I don't understand.
It's because it's easy. It's an
Yeah.
easy way to try to destroy somebody. If you can get
Yeah.
everybody on the bandwagon of saying it's okay to go back like 30 years to destroy a person's life and it works, then of course they're going to keep doing that. So
Mhm.
that's why a lot of the times, like, you do quite literally just have to tell mobs like that to kick rock. You just have to.
Mhm.
So
Yeah. Wait, no she didn't. Did she? DJ says, "Did you know that Nicki Minaj did a song with Tasha Cobbs?" Did she actually? I got to look this up later. I
I
love
don't know who that is.
I like Tasha Cobbs. She does she's a gospel singer. I only
Oh.
know one or two of her songs, but one of her songs like it's just I think it's called Your Spirit. Oh,
Hmm.
it gives me goosebumps.
Okay.
But yeah, just oh my
Interesting.
gosh. Oliver Peck got removed from being a judge on Ink Master because he did blackface for Halloween over a decade ago. Like he got edited out of the YouTube clips. Really?
Wow.
Wow. Okay, so Ink Master will kick their judge off, but actually no. There was stuff going around of like Justin Trudeau doing blackface and stuff, and somehow he got away with it unscathed. It was like, interesting.
Yeah. Because it's not about the
Um,
blackface, it's about the ideology. Every time.
yeah. I need to check out the group on me. Okay, hold on a second. I need to write this stuff down, guys. I need to write this stuff down. Hold on a second. I gotta go check out Nicki Minaj later. Something I never thought I'd ever say in my life.
Oh my goodness. Everyday
Okay.
cat strays further to becoming more of a basic white woman.
Wait, what do you mean?
Wasn't that like a thing? Didn't white girls like Nicki Minaj as well? Like, I guess technically Taylor Swift is more. I
I
guess
was gonna
maybe more
say
on that.
that'd be very Swifty. Um,
Yeah.
because as I've been now labeled a racist white woman, like can't be listening to no Nicki Minaj.
Oh yeah.
Okay, who was it? Nicki Minaj and then Ami. Yeah, that's okay.
Have you guys seen the discourse on Twitter of this one girl who cosplayed a crow, so she painted her face like pitch black, and people are calling that blackface? I am a white girl who loved Nash. um, was it a crow? I thought she was like a demon. Wasn't she supposed to be a demon? At least the one I'm thinking of.
Y'all,
Because I kept seeing people were like doing the smiling friends clip of the Halloween episode that they had where that like demon like bursts through into the place and everyone's just like, "Yo, are you doing blackface?" And he's like, "No, I'm a demon. This is like literally this is just how I am." And they like beat him up because of that.
what?
Yeah. That was the
Oh
whole
my
joke was
gosh.
that because
Oh
like at the
yeah, yeah,
beginning of
yeah.
that episode, I remembered that they said like the Charlie said he's like, "Oh yeah, he's like cuz people were like, "What are you going to be for Halloween, Charlie?" He's like, "Oh, I don't dress." Why not? It's a fun time to be able to like, pretend to be something else just for a day or whatever. And
Mm-hmm.
he's like, "No, dude." He's like, "I don't know what's going to be offensive 10 years from now." So it's like that was kind of the punchline to that joke was
Oh
like right
man.
at the end as they're beating up this literal demon because they are saying that he has blackface, Charlie's just like he's just like, "See, this is exactly what I was talking about. You never know. You just this is why I don't dress up for Halloween." It was like it's so true though. Like that's absolutely what happens.
Oh, yeah, yeah. Well, okay. I did hear a comedian who was like, he was asking all like the black people in the audience, be like, blackface is wrong, right? Blackface is wrong. And then he looks at everybody else like, well, I gotta ask them. I can't ask you guys. I gotta ask them. And he's like, all right, we can all agree that blackface is wrong unless you're in the army. It's just. But he's like, yeah, you get all these like ads and stuff, be like, hey, you know what's cool? Blackface. Just like, no. It's it's so obvious. It's like, hey, not everything is meant as an insult.
Yeah.
Like, can
Yeah.
we just anyway, I
Yeah.
digress.
Yup.
Yeah.
Everything is just kind of built to try and segregate people, which is why you have to do everything in your power to just fight against the concept of segregation. Just
Mm-hmm.
everything in your power has to go against that. You're not
Yeah.
allowed to do this because no, go kick rocks. Well, you
Mm-hmm.
can't do this because no, go kick rocks. I'm gonna dress up as Cyborg. Well, you can't do that because you're not go kick rocks. I don't care.
Mm-hmm.
Like I don't care. I don't care anymore. Now what? You know,
Yeah.
it's like you just have to do that everywhere you go.
Well, even like what Bob said, you have an opinion I don't like, you're a racist, transphobic, homophobic, Nazi. Welcome to 2025. It's like, yeah, it's like, and now when people are just like, oh, well, you're this, like, you basically just have to look at them and be like, and
Mm-hmm.
like, just you're throwing out trigger words, regardless of whether or not
Yep.
it's actually true. So, and so your point is, who cares? Like, I'm
Yeah.
just so done. I'm just so done. Where it's like, I don't like what you said, so I'm gonna label you as this. It's like, so what? Like, who cares? Like, nobody cares anymore. We're done with all the, oh, what was it? Uh, Caleb Hiles, is that his name? Who does like the money tax? Not
Oh, Caleb Hammer, isn't it?
Hammer. Yeah, that's what it is. He had somebody recently on. I forget what he had. It is like social warrior junkies or whatever he called them. It's like, he's like, yeah. He's like, wait. He's like, but you're an SWJ. No one cares about you anymore. It's like, what's that? A social warrior junkie. Like, nobody cares. Nobody cares about you guys anymore. Like, just shut up, sit down. Nobody cares. Just you all have a vendetta, and you just hate everybody that anything doesn't relate to what you believe or what you think is right or wrong. Anyways, like, ugh.
Whoopi told people to go to the Super Bowl in brownface to fight ICE. No, she didn't. Are you
What?
serious, Brady? Are you actually
Oh
serious?
my
That's
gosh.
hilarious. That is literally the funniest thing ever. Bro, literally they don't care. They don't care. This is what I keep
Yeah.
saying. They don't actually care about the things they get mad at you for because when it suits their need, they will absolutely tell you to do the same thing.
Yeah.
They don't care. They
Also,
don't care.
I feel like we just need to throw the Indigo Montoya meme at everyone. Like, I don't like, why do you keep using that word? I don't think it means what you think it means. Like, Bunny here says, I got
Yeah.
called a terrorist for being pro-life. It's like, do we not know what that word means? Like, what do you mean? Like, what do you mean? Hi, Joseph. We are very much winning over here.
Oh yeah, and when I give to charity, I'm a thief. Yeah. It's so true.
uh,
Oh man, that's so funny.
yeah.
Yeah,
So,
people just they just don't know what words mean anymore. It's the whole part of it. I feel like I say it literally every morning monologue. It's like the same types of things, but it's like the whole agenda is just to change what language means. If they can get you to believe language means something that they want it to mean rather than what it actually means, they win. So that's why you have to call the bluffs. You have to stand on business
mm-hmm.
and all of that. You have to do
Yeah.
all of that. Yeah.
Yeah. Just,
Oh, that's so
uh,
funny.
Milkman. Did you see his comment?
Hold up, let's see here. Let me read it. I saw my name. Let's see. Listen, all right, I'm Black. Hood, if you cosplay Cyborg, I will personally supply you with the paint. Oh, that's so funny.
You're
Oh.
funny, my gosh. Yeah, so okay, social justice warriors he used in the sense of they claim to be standing for social justice and things like that, but they're extremely toxic. They're
Mhm.
not doing it to benefit others, they're not doing it to help. They're just doing it with, I don't know, I'm right, you're wrong, shut up. And like, and again, not everyone who, is passionate about social justice and stuff like that, not everyone's like that. But I'm sure we can all
Yeah, yeah,
think
yeah.
of people who are like that. So just
Yeah. It's just
yeah.
it's
Yeah, it's
become
fake outrage, that's
ridiculous
what it is.
anymore.
Yeah. Yeah, it's just this is why I say I'm racist.
She said put on some cocoa butter on people's face, stand out in the sun, put on a Latino accent, and make it hard for ICE to identify who's a real Latino. Brady, I
Oh,
almost have a hard time believing you that's so actually racist. It's not funny. Like, it's
I
actually
mean,
like.
this is coming from Whoopi Goldberg, though. Are we surprised? I'm honestly not that surprised.
That is crazy, dude. That is so
Oh,
crazy. That is so crazy.
I just oh my gosh.
Oh my
That look it
gosh,
up.
dude.
He's saying look it up, Hood. Go look it up.
I might
Just
have to. That's in the same field as what was the other thing recently? There was a video. There was a video of a dude going around and he recorded the cop coming up to him. So the video is from the guy that was perpetrating the thing.
Mhm.
He saw ice trucks around like in the area, so he was going like up and down through like what he I think understood were Hispanic communities, and he was warning them ICE was coming for them. And so the police officer like basically walks up to his car door, has him roll down his window. He's like, "Do you know how actually racist it is that you would be screaming that to all these different people who are probably absolutely legal to be here?" But you're assuming because they're Hispanic that they're actually illegal. You know how actually racist that is? He's like, you need to watch what you're saying. And then he just walked away. He literally just walked up and said that
Oh,
away. It was the funniest thing I've ever seen in my
bro.
entire life.
Brady and I were just talking about that yesterday. Brady mentioned kind of a same situation. There was a lady going up and down like this suburb area with like there were different Latino people like out like working on like flower beds, mowing lawns, stuff like that. And she's going up and down and be like ICE is coming, you need to run, and this and that and stuff. And this police officer finally comes up to her and is like, yeah, like that's so racist. Like that you think these people are just here like working on someone's yard. Like these, like this is a Hispanic community. What do you mean? Like that's so racist of you being like, oh, these they're all working for the white man and this and that. It's like, no, these are their houses. This is their community. Like, what is wrong with you? That's so racist.
That's insane.
Oh, but Grace,
That is so funny.
Whoopi can't be racist, because only white people can be racist, guys. Come
Yeah.
on. We all know this.
Yeah. Yeah.
Just
What was it? Because they said that racism is actually it's only capable when you're in a position of power. And that's why they
Mhm.
say only white people can be that, because which is ironic because it's not just all white people in power anyway. So if there's anyone that is in power, they just say, "Oh yeah, no, it's somehow suddenly different." And it's like you can't argue with those
Mhm.
types of mindsets. You just simply can't. You literally just have to say kick rocks and move on. Like
Yeah.
there's no talking with that. That is so funny though. I cannot believe that that's real. I cannot believe that that's real. She
Yeah.
literally told them to do the thing that they yell at everybody else for. Literally said to put on the accent even is crazy. Like that's so it's literally the same thing. It's literally exactly what I get mad when
But
people do that as like just like a joke or whatever, right? Like
but
that's
see again,
insane.
like if someone were to be like, "Hey, actually that's really racist." She'd be like, "Oh, I can't be racist. I'm black." And it'd be like, "What do you mean?" Like again, you're saying this word, but I don't think you really know what this word means. Like again, everyone's like, "Oh, well, racist is only something white people." It's like, well, you do realize that Caucasian is a race, right? So it's being what is the actual definition of racism? I know that it's like
The actual definition, I'm paraphrasing, but the actual
yeah, yeah.
definition is because of what somebody looks like, you not only believe that they are inferior, but you also basically don't allow them to have the same things as other people. So you actually
Yeah.
like you treat them as a lesser being basically because of what they look like, strictly because of what they look like or where what they're a part of, right? Like so again, if you're saying
Yeah.
they're a part of like African Americans or whatever, then
Yeah.
that's what that would
So
be.
so again, race is in the word. Guess what? Being white is also that's also a race. It doesn't matter what race you are, you can still be racist. Like, my gosh.
Story time with Joseph.
Oh,
Hold
let's
on, I
go.
need to
Let's
read this.
go. Let's go, Joseph.
Oh,
Gimme.
oh no, this reminds me of a story. My grandfather knew a guy, legal Mexican immigrant back in New Mexico, who would whip his truck into construction sites and yell over his outboard speakers, La Immigration, just to watch any illegals go sprinting off into the desert.
Oh my
Oh my
gosh.
gosh. Oh my gosh,
The only
dude.
thing the thing that makes it funny because like okay, if it was like a different race, I'd be a little more like, "Oh, that's what but because it's their own people who's like, "Hey, I did everything legal. Uh,
Yeah.
smarten
Yep.
up."
Yep. Well,
Just
see, and that's also the thing too. Like I always like to point out is oftentimes like Hispanics and especially specifically I believe Mexican, I believe, but I've also seen a lot of other ones too. Just in general, Hispanic people are usually really funny. Like they're actually like they can usually take a joke and they can also dish it out.
oh
Is
yeah.
what I've noticed. That's usually what I've seen. Like they are very good spirited when it comes to like comedy type stuff usually.
Mhm.
Again, unless they've been like any other person, like if they were brainwashed or something, but assuming that they're just like any other person, they
Mhm.
usually are really good like hearted about stuff like that. Like they would laugh at what Joseph just said too.
Mhm.
They'd think it's hilarious.
Yeah, yeah.
Um
Well,
I
okay.
love that. I love that people can laugh at themselves.
Yes, that's the whole point of it. Like again, even what was it? I I will be putting the 12 Days of Christmas VODs up on YouTube, guys, and just wait for my cancellation period cuz that's something we talked about. It's like, yeah, people can laugh at like we can all laugh at each other. We can all laugh together. Like it's fine. It's funny. And kind of like what chat's saying, like if everyone's like I know people are like, "Oh, well, white people are so racist against the poor like illegal immigrants and stuff." It's like, no, it's like if anyone's racist towards them, it's their own people being like, excuse you. I did everything
Yeah.
legally. What gives you this like glorified pass of not having to go through everything? Like, what makes you so special? Why do you think you're above the rest of us? And it's like, yeah, no, that's
Yeah, they're
fair. That's
they're
fair.
like, I have to pay taxes, bro. You don't have to pay taxes. What the hell?
Yes, exactly. Like, heck, if I was to say, like, I don't know, let's say I was to immigrate to another country and like I got to go through all the legal work, like the waiting period, the costs and everything. And I finally get over there and I find out, oh, there's other people from Canada who just, kind of snuck in. They're not paying taxes. They didn't have to do the work. They didn't like, I would be so pissed. I'd be so
Yeah.
mad.
It makes
Like,
me think of that like clip from like forever ago where that lady was on the it was like a news or talk show type, not a talk show, it was like a news thing, and she's just like she's like she's like, "Oh yeah, well if we build the wall and we get rid of all of the different Hispanic people, who's going to be cleaning your toilets, Mr. Trump?" That that was my favorite thing I'd ever seen at that time
see, and that's
because
so racist.
just like absolutely telling on themselves. It's so funny. Like they don't believe the things they're saying. And then she had to be like, you got to watch her be like, oh, well, I mean, what I mean by that is
Bro, oh man. Okay, when ICE was first announced, I remember someone what was it? Was uh going like showing this TikTok of this older, very woke uh activist or whatever who was like everyone, we need to stand against ICE and stuff like that. We need to stand against like the government and the presidents because who's gonna mow our lawns? Who's gonna do our laundry? Who's gonna do this? And it's like, are you not hearing what you're saying right now? You think we're like they're all racist? You need to sit down and think about what you just said, woman. Oh my gosh.
who's gonna do your slave labor for us? It's like
Like,
what are you doing? What are you doing? What are you saying?
wow.
Like
Wow.
that's my
Holy
favorite thing. I
smokes.
love I love watching people just absolutely
Oh.
accidentally Freudian slip like that. It's so funny to me. Oh
It's
man.
so crazy. And yeah, Bunny, you're absolutely right. I think we will transition to the other one here in a second, but
Yeah.
oh my gosh. Yeah, exactly. I did it legally and now you're making me look bad. Yeah, exactly.
Mhm. Yep.
Like when
Yep.
someone oh man,
Yep.
that's I get peeved. I get peeved when I go overseas and I see or even when I'm not overseas and I see like other like Canadians or even heck Americans because I often get a miss people think I'm American when I go overseas because I'm white and seeing all these people being so stupid or immature or just
Yep.
giving us a
Yep.
bad name over here and I'm like I
Yep.
really dislike you right now. Like, wow. Or when I'm overseas and I see people doing stupid stuff, it's just, it takes everything in me not to go over and be like, hey, can you not? Like, you're making the rest of us look bad. Can you not, please?
Yeah, like if I ever get the chance um to be able to go to like Japan or whatever, bro, I am absolutely gonna put on my absolute best foot forward to try and be like, you know, like try to understand the customs, try and understand the things, you know, like I've already actually pre-done that, like, you know,
Mhm.
okay, I don't put the chopsticks straight up in the bowl, got to put it on the side, you know, like because of those different things, you know, just little things like that. It's like because I'm like, bro, you ruin it for the rest of us. Like they straight up don't like foreigners now because of you. Where
Yep.
before they were like open to the concept. They're like, oh, cool. People like Japan. We love that people love Japan. Now they're like
Mhm.
literally leave. We don't ever want to see you ever again.
Hood, I'm gonna be
To the point of go ahead.
no, no, finish what you're gonna say. Finish what you're gonna say first.
Just to the point that now you have their new prime minister just like, all right, I'm in office. Get rid of anyone not Japanese. It's like just get them
Yeah.
out of here. We don't want to see them anymore.
Yeah.
So
But I'm gonna be straight up honest with you, Hood. If you go to Japan and you just even if you know nothing about the culture, if you just straight up be a decent human being, they will like you.
that's fair.
They will like you. I went over there and I again cuz I like to soak up different cultural norms and stuff like that. I was panicking because I'm like, shoot, I'm gonna have like three different cultures bounce around in my head, and I'm not gonna remember which one's okay and which one's not okay and stuff. So I was panicking. But guess what? I was just a decent human being. I asked questions and I had a great time. I had a great time. Nobody gave me,
Yeah.
well, maybe some, Thanks for the
Yay,
gifted
Doki.
sub, Doki. Let me know what color.
Thanks, Doki.
But just again, I just asked questions. I was respectful. I was kind. I was a decent human being, and I was
Mhm.
okay. Like there may have been like I don't know, maybe when I wasn't looking, maybe somebody gave me the stink eye, like oh white American or something like that. I don't know. I don't know. But usually 9 times out of 10, people are like, oh, they want to say hi. They want to tell me about their culture. They want me. They want to like bring me along to experience things and stuff like that, which was really cool. So just be a decent human being, guys. Like, and ask questions. Ask someone like, "Hey, is it rude if I do this?" Or, "Hey, yes, do your homework beforehand." I always recommend that. But again, if you get over there and you blank on something, just ask. Just ask. It's that easy.
Mhm.
Although I know not everyone
Yeah,
has
and
like friends around the world, but hey, you could always just, ask somebody. Just a lot of people are learning English. Not that you should assume everyone has English, but you could ask around, be like, "Excuse me, like, do you speak English?" Like, "Hey, I just have a question." And then people love to talk about their culture, except in the West for some reason. But everyone loves to talk about their culture. And someone from another culture, if they express interest, they get so excited. Like, yes, let me
mhm.
tell you, like, from A to Z how much time you got. Let me tell you things. They love it. So just
Mhm.
ask
Because 'Cause they're like,
questions.
"Oh, they actually care about us over
Yes.
here and stuff." Like, I've seen a dude that, like, he he knew, like, a bunch of different languages, but he would specifically go into, like, Chinese restaurants that were owned by, like, what do they call that? First
First
generation,
generation?
like, immigrants and stuff
Mm,
like
yeah,
that.
yeah, yeah.
Um And so they, of course, then would most often speak Chinese, but then just had
Mhm.
enough English to be able to get by. And so he would start off in English talking to them, and then he would just flip into like perfect Mandarin. And they were like
Yes.
always, they were all over that. They were like, "Whoa,
Mhm.
you know," and they're like, "Wow, you speak well. That's great." And they just like this big smile would come up on their face. It's so cool when you get to see people like actually be happy. They're like, "Oh man, they actually like care about." And then it's even better too because the dude that I was specifically watching, he just knew languages so well. He could do like different region accents, which was cool.
Ooh.
So he'd be like, "Oh, well, like where are you from?" And he'd be like, "Oh," and then he would just switch into that accent, and they'd be like, "Nobody knows that accent. That's like only the people that come from there know that accent. How do you know that?" You
Yeah.
know? And they'd be like freaking out over him, and it was great. I love seeing that. That stuff makes me happy because that's like legitimate unity forming stuff right there. Is like people crossing the barrier to be like, hey, you know, I actually think your language and traditions and certain things, you know, are cool. You know, even if you don't agree on everything, but
Mhm.
like. I just think that that's cool when you get to like, and I love like Japanese people are like, oh, we love it when people wear kimonos and stuff like that. That's cool.
Yes.
Like, but then over here we got people that gotta be like, that's cultural appropriation. I'm like, bro, again, kick rocks. That's the theme song for for
Like,
this, or the motto, whatever, of this stream. Kick
if
rocks.
someone is making fun of or over sexualizing your culture, yes, you have a right to be upset. But if someone's trying to appreciate the culture with them, leave them alone. Leave them alone. Like there was
Hmm.
years back, there was a lady who was learning, what was it? I think she was in Thailand. Uh yeah, Thailand, and she was learning this traditional dance. And she like had fun with it, and like yeah, she was a little like awkward with it because again, like she didn't know, but she was learning it and she uploaded it to the internet. And people were losing their minds. Guess what? They're all from the West. And they're all like, you can't do that. That's cultural appropriation. Meanwhile, everyone else is like, hey, I'm from this country. I'll happily teach you our dance. Keep going. Like, do what you gotta do. And everyone, like, she was getting all these invites from all around the world being like, hey, come to our country. We'll teach you our traditional dance. Or come to our country. We'll like dress you up in our traditional garb. Like, everyone else was so excited because they're like, hey, man, here's this scrawny, awkward white girl trying to learn another culture when she didn't need to at all, but she wanted to.
Hmm.
And she uploaded it to share her experience with other people. Like, I don't see what the problem is. Why? Like, ugh. So, anyway, it's just, ugh. So dumb.
Yeah,
Sorry, guys.
people.
This gets me heated. This gets me very heated.
Yeah, it's really ironic too because you have a lot of people coming from other places into America trying to bring their culture and bring it over here in like a negative way. Like they're like, oh, you have to do like what we're saying, and then you have people from the West doing that in places that are like in Asia, like Japan or Korea or whatever, and they're just like, oh, I can act however I want because in America, like, don't you know I'm an American? It's like does not matter. You're in their territory now. Does not matter what you are anymore.
Mm
It's like you gotta be polite to the people wherever you're a guest. You know, it's so frustrating.
hmm. Mm hmm. Yeah. Jeremiah says, my siblings all married different races and had kids. I was teased by every one of them for not marrying a Latina to finish the cultural pie. You would not believe the quote unquote racist jokes that fly in my family during gatherings. But see, like, it's like the whole, like, oh, you're racist. It's like, no, we're having fun. We're joking about cultures and stereotypes and stuff. Like, we're joking about it. We're having fun. Like, there was a video of, what was it? These two college guys, the white guy gave his black guy like KFC for his birthday or something, or a gift card to it or whatever. And everyone's like, but in the video, the guy's like, hey man, I love it. This is great. And he laughed about it. Like, it's just leave people alone.
Wholesome.
My gosh.
Yeah.
Anyway, sorry. Again, I get very heated about this stuff because like I've been overseas. I have friends of different cultures and stuff. We've talked about this before, and they're all like, we're all upset about it. We're like, just let people enjoy other cultures. Let people have their jokes. Let people have their comedy. Like, just go poke a stick at something else. I don't know. Just go away. Let us have our fun.
Yeah.
Uh Anyway, sorry. I digress, guys. I'm sorry. I'm just like, uh,
Yeah. It's good stuff. Good stuff.
yeah. So anyway, with that, are you cool if we jump ahead and then jump back?
Yeah, that's fine.
Okay, cool. Well, now for the moment you all been waiting for, the the title of the stream. Oh my gosh. All right, let me just pause the music here. As a follow-up, it's so funny that my wife even joins in the joking about not marrying a Latina. Yes, exactly. All
I
right.
agree with the first part. Hard disagree on the second. Some cultures are basically evil and promote evil morals. I will never those cultures equal with my own or even good ones. Yeah, I would agree with you. Yeah, I think the same way. Based off of what Sammy was saying there. Because that's kind of the difference where I draw is there aren't races that are superior. Well, because I don't really like the idea of race anyway. Because we're all human
Mm,
beings.
yeah.
There aren't races that are superior. There's cultures that are absolutely superior though. Like there are just some practices that certain cultures do that are objectively not good, and then there are some
Mhm.
that do things that are objectively are good. And
Mhm.
that's the sharing that I think should happen. You share the things that are good, Like I would argue America should share its concept of like freedom with people and its concept of, you know, proper capitalism and stuff like that, stuff that actually has made it flourish, the free market and all this other whatever. Um in turn because those are actually good things, and to like kind of be obtuse to like to state kind of like what Grace is saying. It's like if you go back to like cultures of like, Native Americans, there were certain Native American tribes where it was like part of their culture to rip the hearts out of small children and eat them. Okay?
Mm-hmm.
Like that was part of the culture. And it was like, well, no, that we do that to the, for the, religious purposes and gods. That's our culture. It's like, well, it's
Mm-hmm.
not a good culture. It's like it's not a good thing. So,
Mm-hmm.
that's just to be kind of obtuse to the point. But yeah, so typically the idea is you just want to share the good things, and then when there's something that is bad, then that's where you can discuss and talk about things. And but ultimately it's like if you are going into somebody else's territory, then so long as you're not going against God, you follow along with what they're doing. Even Paul kind of talks about that because he's like, I want to show people who Jesus is. So, you
Mm-hmm.
know, it's not a big deal if I do this, if I act like a Jew with the Jews, and if I act like a with their own, if I do this. It's not a big deal as long as I'm not going against God. That's the only thing I care about. And like
Mm-hmm.
I always thought too, like if I went over to Japan, let's say I had some sponsor or something, like some family that was housing me. I don't know. I'm just saying. And then they were like, "Oh, let's go to this like Shinto shrine and do the ritual Shinto shrine." There's two halves of me. There's two different wolves that I fight with in there. There's one that tells me, "Well, I have freedom in Christ, and I know that what I'm doing there doesn't really reflect who I am." So it's like kind of like again, like how Paul could probably like wash in the pool of Athena, and it's like I'm not worshiping Athena. It's just part
Mm-hmm.
of their ritual so that they don't just completely not hear what I have to say. But then I also fight with the side of me that's like, there is a part of me that's like, I don't feel like I'd be comfortable doing that, and I'd have to be like, yeah, I
Mm-hmm.
appreciate what you're wanting me to do, but because I believe in Jesus, I believe this or whatever. So that's like those are the types of things where you would say, yeah, but for the rest of it, it's like like in Japan, you don't eat and walk at the same time. Okay, don't do that there. Then you don't talk on a phone on the subway because that's considered really super rude. Okay, you don't do those types of things. Like, I don't know if those are like, I don't know if you'd call those cultural. I would kind of call them cultural because it's not universal. 'Cause, like, depending on where you go, you can do different. Like, obviously in America, you can walk and eat at the same time.
Mm-hmm.
Um, but yeah, that's kind of my 2 cents on that. So,
Yeah. Yeah. There's good and bad in every culture. And obviously some cultures there's more good or there's more bad and stuff. Um,
mm,
but yeah, important to keep in mind and stuff. But yeah, no, we're
yeah,
all made in the image of God.
hmm
So yeah. I was gonna say, like, if we're talking about like, cultures and stuff, I come from Vikings. Do you guys know what Vikings did back in the day? If your husband died before you, you also got buried with him. Didn't matter if you were full of health, if you got stuck marrying an old man and you were like young teenage girl. Nope, you still died because you had to get over to the afterlife to carry on making his meals and stuff like that. And I'm like, whew, that's that sucks. But
dang,
anyway,
that's wild.
so I digress. But yeah, so Rainy is racist now, guys. Buckle up. This is a doozy. So just just be ready. Let me just back that
It
up.
has come to my attention that kids literally just can't read. I guess the teachers' unions and the institutions, the colleges that are teaching teachers are trying to make the argument that phonics, the process of sounding out words, is in fact a tool from the era of Jim Crow and is
Lol.
reinforcing white standard English because
Lol.
everything is racist now in America. You know,
Yeah.
they said years ago that 2 plus 2 equals 4 is
Oh, hold on a sec. They're in ads. Sorry.
Lol. Oh, ads. Oh, okay.
Sorry, guys. Sorry. Uh,
Milkman. Ads! Ad jail!
I was trying to keep an eye on that too. I
Oh
have
my
another thing that
goodness.
may interest you, Kat, has to do with baldness. Wait, what do you mean? What do you mean?
Man, it has to do with baldness.
Oh gosh. Okay, let me back it up a
The
little
lore
bit.
of bald thread.
Oh yeah, that makes sense. All right, let me back up a little bit so that anyone who was stuck in
and
ads.
Is
Okay.
drafty
and
wait,
is
is drafty
reinforcing
in ads?
Drafty is a subscriber.
Oh, okay.
No, you're good. I'll just back it up a little bit for anyone who was in ads.
Sounding out words is in fact a tool from the era of Jim Crow and is reinforcing white standard English because everything is racist now in America. You know, they said years ago that 2 + 2 = 4 is a white supremacist statement. So maybe I shouldn't be surprised that g is now apparently also racist. Kids are being actively encouraged not to sound out words.
Why are you doing that? Quit doing that. Quit. You can't
Ew.
sound out the. I don't know why you started doing that.
Quit doing that. Quit. I don't know
What?
why
I
you're doing
mean-
that. I can't believe you're sounding out letters. That's so insane. Instead of sounding out those letters, what they are trying to get your kids to do, I don't even know what the terminology for this is. I think it's called like picture memorization or like picture magic or something in the
So
public school
unhealthy.
system. Let's say we're talking about the word butterfly. Look at a picture of a butterfly, then look at the word butterfly and basically just memorize that those two things mean the same thing.
We began reading the sight words together until we came to an unknown word, which was actually covered up. I covered up the picture right here too. Oh my gosh. Some friends are thinking that it's butterfly, and maybe that's because I didn't cover up the picture well enough.
Yeah,
You are
doy.
already using your picture power. When I turn it over,
Ew.
there's a butterfly
How are they supposed to
there.
read though?
My guess is that that word's going to be butterfly. I'm going to look and check to see if I'm right.
It's
Look at
so.
This
that.
is not real. This is not real.
Please, for the love of everything.
Butterfly.
It's giving Nick Miller.
I'm not convinced I know how to read. I've just memorized a lot of words.
It has
Exactly that. They're not gonna
just
actually know how
memorized
to
a lot of
read.
Yeah, well, that absolutely has got to be the point, though, because if you don't read, then you can't educate yourself, and if you can't educate yourself, you have to just listen to whatever they tell you and believe it.
Oh,
And
I
that's-
hate that so much. I hate that.
Yeah,
If
that
that's
is
the
very
road we're going
obviously
down.
that's very obviously the ploy here. Is they're just trying to make it to where, you know, people are too dumb to be able to actually know anything different. That's literally kind of part of what happened in like older times. Is people just didn't have education, so they couldn't overthrow governments and couldn't do certain things because they couldn't read or do arithmetic. They just could do basic farming and stuff like that, which is I think what they're trying to return to. It's kind of the whole commie practice is to do that. So yeah, that's crazy. I love explain yourself. Explain yourself why it's racist. Explain. You don't just get to say it. Explain it. Tell me why it's actually wrong to do that. I need to know. I must hear this explanation. I will get some popcorn. I must hear this. It's going to be the greatest comedy show I've ever heard. That is insanity.
Squirrel, that's affirming to hear that it's. Yeah, elementary school worker here can confirm that's not happening here. We love phonics over here. Good. Keep it that way,
Good.
please. Like, where is it? Jeremiah says, we're going back to hieroglyphics. Great. Just
Yeah.
like, oh my gosh. Like, go to any other country in the world, and I can guarantee you they're getting their kids to sound out letters to make words.
Mm-hmm.
Like that's how you learn. That is how you learn.
She literally said, "Quit doing that to the kid." That kid
Yes!
I would argue that is abusive.
Mhm,
I would argue
mhm.
that is abusive in its own way. Like, because
Yep.
you are actively trying to educate the child wrong.
Yep.
Like, that's
that's-
messed up.
That's so like tell me you're setting a child up for failure without telling me you're setting a child up for failure. Like she'll go first. Just oh my
It'd
gosh.
be totally different if you didn't know that wasn't correct,
Mhm.
but you know that the other is correct. That's the difference. You're just
Yeah.
saying, "Oh, it's like immoral." Explain yourself. Explain yourself why it's immoral. You don't get to just say that and walk away.
Mhm. Yeah. Just
That's insanity.
hi Austin. Everything is racist, everything is sexist, everything is homophobic, and you have to point it all out. Someone's silly.
I do remember and very much also do love in the most morbid way possible the 2 + 2 = 4 being a dog whistle. That was funny. That was actually hilarious.
I can't
I
wrap my
hope
head around
nobody
that.
believed that.
Oh, I can imagine some people did.
That is so funny. That is I have to laugh so I don't cry. It's basically that's where we're at right.
Mm-hmm. Bunny, you're learning Korean. Let's go. I have to learn the letters and
Base.
sounds in order to do anything because how do you expect people to learn new words if they don't know what the letters sound like? Exactly.
Yeah.
Like, gosh, some different countries don't have certain sounds and some of them do. So if you're learning another language, you have to sound it out because especially if you're not familiar with how different letters or characters sound, like it's just common sense. But alas, I'm reminded that common sense isn't common anymore. It's just gone.
You know, this is malicious. That you could not convince me this is not a malicious tactic of some kind. This is
Oh,
absolutely
gosh.
malicious. That sucks.
Ugh. Ugh. I hate this so much. I hate this so much. Also, I'm sorry. Automod tried to ban your comment from saying white power.
Are you kidding me? Oh my gosh.
Oh man,
Sammy
that's
says
funny.
it looks like that movie Idiocracy happening. I hate this. It's been happening for a while, Sammy.
Yeah.
It's very sad. I actually did sit down and watch that.
Ugh.
It's actually so true. What's in that film is like kind of happening now. Everyone is stupid.
Oh yeah.
Like who was it? I forgot. They said someone who was the president in that film because it was supposed to be like it was Terry Crews, but I'm trying to remember what he like. I think he was supposed to be like a WWE wrestler or something. I forget. Like it was the most absurd. Like the only clothing people wore was like clothing with like an absurd amount of like brands all over it for like ads. Like every piece of clothing had ads all over it. Like it was.
Oh my gosh.
And I'm like, oh, that's pretty real. That's pretty real.
You know, Joey,
Common
wouldn't be
sense has never been common. You're so real for that, Joseph.
sad
so
but true. It felt more common then though. Gosh. Like compared to now?
Common sense is a learned trait. It is a learned
Uh,
skill. It's not something that just naturally someone. It doesn't. It
yeah.
doesn't. Common sense does not occur upon an individual. It actually has to be taught. So.
Mm-hmm. But see, you know, back when I was younger, it felt like there were more parents and others who were intentionally trying to teach their kids good things.
Yeah.
And or smart things. But yeah, Joe,
Squirrel saying what she did gives me a little hope. So.
What's right?
Saying what Squirrel said gives me a little hope, though. So.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Yeah, I'm always happy to hear that. Like, obviously, it's not like everybody, but they're trying. They're trying. Same with like, oh my gosh. Sorry. I'm just remembering Brady and I just went on a rant yesterday. After I got off call with you, I went over to the house to make food and Brady and I just went off on I brought up some of the things we had talked about. And like even like trying to bring litter boxes into schools because there's a one kid that thinks they're a cat. See, back when I was in like middle school and stuff like that, I was homeschooled by the way, but back when I was like middle school age, if you showed up to school thinking you're a cat and acting like a cat, you got beat up. You got thrown into a dumpster.
Yeah, you got bullied. Yeah.
Like there was no, oh, let's get a litter box for you. It's like you either got like bullied by the kids or sent to the principal's office by the teachers. Like there was no, oh, let's get you a litter box. Like no kid actually wants to go in a litter box. Like that's gonna get old so fast. Like it's all for attention.
Bring back healthy bullying.
Please, like the shame system. It's like some people just have no shame. It's like we need to bring that back a little bit because some of y'all need to feel ashamed of what you're saying and doing because it's so dumb and it's so damaging. Oh, sorry. Hot takes with cat. Just don't kick them and we'll be fine.
Yeah, just don't kick them and break their ribs.
Oh man, poor Zari.
Oh my goodness. No, but like there is an actual truth in that too. Like you say it in this day and age and people would clutch their pearls, but like like bullying that happened within like the little kind of social structure that kids kind of create helped them like kind of like what's the word? Like merge into the community properly, you know? Like it so if they had anything that they were doing that was crazy, the bullying would kind of help bring them back in. Obviously, it can always go out and then it can cause issues and stuff. And so, like, you know, there has to be like a certain amount of restraining in that. But it's like there was like Like, for instance, I always would say, like, there were people who had, like, really bad kids that would, like, not share and that would, not only not share, but they try to take things from other people, and the parents just let them do that, and they'd get away with it, so they taught them that that there's no boundaries in that, and I'm like, "Well,
Mhm.
if you put them in school, they will learn those boundaries really quick because a kid will punch them for it." Like, a kid will not be happy with that, and the kid will correct it on his own, and I think the schools are trying to prevent that from happening, but like that is something that you see is it's like, oh, I get punched if I try to take some kid's toy, I won't do that, and oh, it actually benefits me to share in this and that, and then hopefully at home the parents are saying, hey, you know why we share? Because it's actually nice to do that when you want someone to share with you, if you wanted something, and what would Jesus want you to do, right? Like that's what you're hoping for, and then any of the other things get kind of ironed out from kids, being like, again, it's like they shove them over because kids don't care. Kids don't have politics. There's no political correctness with kids. They just say whatever
Mhm.
they say and they do whatever they do. Like
Mhm.
it helps them to some degree to be able to live in that, and
Yep.
feel that.
Play stupid games, win stupid prizes. Like
Hmm.
I okay, I'm not for violence, but if someone's gonna keep being stupid, don't be shocked if there is violence. Like, a family member of mine taught her daughter as her daughter was going to like kindergarten and grade one and stuff like actually no, it was kindergarten, yeah. Her daughter was going to kindergarten and she came home the one day and she's like, there's this boy who keeps like taking my crayons. And her mom's like, "Well, did you tell him to stop?" She's like, "Yeah, I did." She's like, "Okay, well here's my rules and advice for you, my child. Like you first use your words. If someone's bothering you or being rude or whatever, use your words. Secondly, if they don't listen to your words, go grab someone in authority. Teacher, coach, just someone. Go get someone involved. If they don't listen, or if they don't do anything and the person continues to, then you can wallop him." It's just,
Yeah, yeah.
I'm like, yeah, basically, yeah. Because again,
Yep.
why should you be made to suffer by someone like no, it's no. Use your words, ask for help, and if neither of those work, or if someone doesn't want to help or words aren't, then you can use force to be like, no,
Yep.
go away. I think she ended up like shoving the kid because he was still taking her crayons the one day, and she went to a teacher, and the teacher's like, oh well, I'm sure he doesn't mean to, and like she didn't see anything, so she didn't do anything. But then she wasn't watching her later. Again, the kid kept coming back, and she told him again no, and he's like, you can't tell me. She like shoved him over, and he cried. And then when uh whatever, I think someone did see it, but the teacher was like, I don't know, she came to pick up her daughter. The teacher's like, oh well, she actually pushed somebody today, and she's like, did she come to you and ask for help? Oh, well, like, yeah, I gave her permission. I said, use your words. I said, ask for help. And if neither of those work and someone's still bullying you, then use your hands. So, like, yep, nope, that's basically what you have to do with kids now, because this whole like, being like, oh, well, just be a doormat. No, don't teach your kids to be a doormat. Teach them to stand up for themselves. Use your words, ask
Mhm.
for help. If that doesn't work, then I'm sorry, but then there's gonna have to be consequences for that person's action. So,
And more specifically, teach them to stand up for other people too. Like teach them, like
mm-hmm,
when they see some kid getting messed with, that they go over and stop it, because that will carry over into adulthood, and that's like
mm-hmm,
what makes society more healthy, is when, oh man, this dude's getting picked on, let's go stop that, get a group of guys together, let's go stop that from happening. But again, in our world right now, they punish people who try to stop the good guy. The good guys get punished for trying to stop stuff, so a lot of them
mm-hmm,
just say, it's not worth it to me. But that's almost kind of like where, like, it sucks, but you do kind of have to just bite the bullet and say, no, we got to do the right thing anyway, and then just
mm-hmm.
trust that God will help get us out of that. But
Yep.
like, to Grace's point, can you bring up, just since we're talking about this topic, can you bring up that rooster clip that I sent you on on TikTok before, with the girl?
Sure. Give me one sec here.
Because I like that kind of is like the same concept of like what we're talking about. Um, But yeah, like what Grace said, it's like I am for violence. It is sometimes the best option, but it rarely is. Yeah, that's why you typically say it's the last resort. You don't want to resort to that, but if you must, it is still an option. There's some people that say violence is never an option. Violent and they wag their finger at you. Yes, it is. Sometimes it is an option. It's just not the first thing you go to. You want to talk and same thing that oh, did they take it down?
It's
Oh,
gone.
man.
No.
That's lame. Even the people even said that she didn't get hurt or nothing. But anyway, the video was just like this girl was doing this like little push mower thing that she had
Mhm.
at a rooster, making it jump away and scaring it, and she kept doing
Mhm.
it, and the parents said, "Don't do that. Don't do
Mhm.
that. You're gonna make him mad. Don't do that." And then the rooster got fed up with it and got behind the little push mower that she was using. It wasn't like an actual baby mower
Yeah,
thingy.
it was something,
And
yeah.
yeah, and it got behind it and it chased her and she fell over and was crying. It's kind of funny, but it was like they're like, "Well, what did we tell you? We told you not to do that." And then they said she didn't even get hurt or nothing. It just scared the crap out of her. And it's like, oh well, she probably didn't do it again, did she? Because the rooster scared the crap out of her. Um, but yeah, like Grace, like same thing. My mom did the same thing with me. She's like, I don't want to hear that you're starting fights, but if someone is fighting you, you use your words first. If they don't listen to you, then yeah, you try to take it to somebody. And if they won't help you, then you protect yourself. You fight
Mhm.
back. And she said, and if they get upset with you, I will come there and I will get upset with the teachers or whatever on your behalf. That's always what she taught me. I
Mhm.
luckily I never had to do that. That never but but yeah, and so that's how my mom always treated it, where she's just like, and my dad too, but it was just my mom was the one that specifically said it to me. But it was like, basically like, yeah, I'm not gonna let them just like get away with crap. Like, yeah, I will go there and I will get upset if they tell you you can't defend yourself and they're not gonna do anything. But like, yeah, she's like, just don't like start fights with people. The irony though is like, especially for boys, that's oftentimes the way they make friends. Is like
Mhm.
they're bullying and then someone finally says, "You know what? I'm fed up with you bullying me or whatever." And then they fight them. They get a bloody nose or something and then they're friends after. That's
Mhm.
a lot of the time it's like a form of respect when you actually stand up for yourself and you fight back
Yeah.
versus when you don't and then they're like, "Aha, I can just keep picking on you because they don't respect you."
Yeah.
Usually it doesn't even take much. Usually it takes like one good hit. That's all it takes. And they're like, "Okay, I'm done. I don't want to do that anymore. Hey, you want to go, play in the sandbox?" Yeah,
Mhm.
sure. And it happens in like adulthood too. It's like, "Oh, you want to go like time people are like, "Oh, you want to go grab a beer?" Yeah, sure. That's that's just how it used to be, and now like a lot of that's getting like I don't know if you'd call it feminized or whatever, but you're like violence is like not allowed to be a thing that's an option. But sometimes it is. Sometimes it is. It's just hopefully you can talk through things with people and work it out. That's the
Mhm.
hope anyway.
Yeah. See, I wish I would have had a parental figure tell me that when I was little, where it's
Mm.
like yeah, like try try to use words first, try to get help first, but if push comes to shove, you defend yourself and I will back you up. Like I think that would have given me a lot more confidence as a kid being like, "All right, as long as I'm doing what I can on my part, if push comes to shove, at least I know that I did what I could and I have that affirmation that, I have someone who's got my back to be like, "Yeah, no, as long as you're not being stupid and you're doing what you can, then yeah, no, defend yourself because you
Mhm.
you are worth being defended, whether it's by others or by yourself. Like you are worth standing up for." So, man, I think we're healing my inner child a little bit today. Oh man,
Wholesome.
yeah. Just because I don't like fighting doesn't mean I won't defend myself. Yeah, exactly. Exactly. I think that's good.
My dad had a simple rule on the subject. You don't start fights, you end them. Yep,
Mhm.
that's pretty straightforward and to the point. Yep.
Yep.
Yeah, and see that's something like my grandpa taught my dad. So his dad said to him is he's like, if I ever hear that you started a fight, I'm whipping you for it. But if I hear that they were messing with you and you stopped them, I will come to your defense. That was always kind of that was the two tone of the situation.
Mhm.
As I don't ever want to hear that you're bullying somebody, but if you're getting bullied and you fight back, man, I will be there for you. I will back you up. So,
Mhm. Yep. Those are good. Those are
yeah.
good parental peoples. We stand that.
Yup. Yup.
Yeah, that's all. So yeah, so reading is racist, guys. Don't forget.
That's crazy. That's wild. Something
Oh,
left over from the Jim Crow era. Again, with what evidence are you even saying that? What are you talking about?
see,
Like,
I feel like everyone's just trying to make everything wrong. Like we can't have reading. We can't. Oh, that was the other thing. Lauren and I were talking about this the other day. Or we both saw it online. There was a picture going around of this slave with this like sort of like some sort of contraption around his neck with these bells hanging off of it. And it's like these were the original jingle bells. And the person
yeah,
who like
oh yeah,
retweeted it was like, they're literally talking about sleigh bells, bells on a
yeah,
sled. What do you mean?
yeah. Again, another scenario of shut up,
Yep,
stop talking, shut up,
yep,
shut up.
yep.
Like
Just,
literally, you just have to. But it was no, shut up, shut up.
just.
Everything boils down to moral manipulation. If they can manipulate you morally, then they can into
Mm-hmm.
like reading is racist apparently, and
Yep.
whatever. So literally, just stop allowing people to manipulate your morals. The way you do that is by reading scripture and asking God, because He'll show you what that was. Like I remember back when I was trying to figure out like when people were saying love is love.
Mm.
Fight this. This was years and years ago, because I'm like I don't know how. Because they're like, well, they just love each other and this and that, and so shouldn't they be allowed? And I'm like, well, I know that that's not correct, but I don't know how to say it in a way that actually shows them love. So I'm like, God, I need you to show me how to, basically handle these types of situations in a way that's effective, and that I don't just say, oh, because, or whatever.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, yeah.
Um, it's like everything like you when you understand through scripture and through the Holy Spirit showing you, like, for instance, in that case, like what love really is, then when someone tries to tell you what love is and it doesn't line up with that, you can with authority be like, oh yeah, no, that's wrong, go away, basically. And it's the same
Mm-hmm.
thing with any of these. That's not racism, go away.
Mm-hmm.
But it is, no, it's not, go away, stop
Mm-hmm.
talking. And this is broadly applicable. It happens with gatekeeping and stuff too, which not everybody's a super big fan of, but I am
Mm-hmm.
absolutely pro gatekeeping when you're gatekeeping people out that want nothing to do but to destroy the thing you like. They're like, oh, well, this is great, except we need to change this. No, go away. You want to change the thing? Go away. No, you don't get to be here then. If you want to enjoy it with us, you can enjoy it with it, but no, you don't. You got to go away. No one wants to hear your opinion then. It has to be like that foot down. And if you think of it in the same way, like obviously it's different than when you're talking about scripture, because scripture is like a whole nother level. But if you think of it in the same way, if someone tried to come into Christianity, they're like, man, I love this Jesus thing, but we're gonna have to change these things in scripture. If you were like, well, like let's hear them out and stuff like you do with other stuff, like, no, you don't do that. You say, no, we're not doing that. You came in, you wanted to hear how it is, you want to be part of the thing. Okay, well, this is what the thing is. You don't get to just come in and change the thing. And I think that can be applied to hobbies as well. So it's like you
Mm-hmm.
have to just like quit letting people morally manipulate. We'll
Yeah.
absolutely try. And it becomes a lot harder when it's like there's more of them and less of you, because you start feeling like ganged up on. You really just got to kind of grit your teeth and bear it. And it's also why we have to be like, we have to back each other up. We got to be there. Like if you see, you know, one of your community members or one of your friends or whatever that's getting ganged up on, jump in there and stand with them a little bit, to like back
Mm-hmm.
the other people off, because they usually it's always bully mentality. They want to bully the weak, and then when they realize, oh, there's more, back off because I don't like that. Oh, now
Mm-hmm.
it's literally, you just got to punch the bully back every now and then.
Mm-hmm.
That's all.
Yeah. Yeah. This isn't an excuse to, use violence, but don't be
Yeah, yeah,
afraid
yeah,
to use
yeah,
your
yeah.
hands if the
Last resort.
last resort. So,
Last resort.
yeah. But yeah, Frog, welcome in. Yeah, sorry I did. She jumps in, she's like,
How do you
the
like our
title
clickbaity
of this?
title?
Hello. We got him. We got another one, guys. But yeah. Yeah, also, yeah, VOD people, go watch this clip. It's insane. It's absolutely insane.
Mhm. Yeah,
Oh
that's
my
wild.
gosh. Yeah, just wow. Wow, guys. What a day this has
Was
been
there
so
anything
far.
else you were wanting to show?
There was one more thing that is also a hot take. So reading is double plus ungood. Wait, what? I don't understand. Also, hi Flamingo. But yeah, there was one more thing I wanted to talk on. This we love a good Amala hot take. At least I do anyway. I like her videos and stuff. She's a very based bean. She's not a Christian, but I am impressed with how her morals align with Christian morals. Not all. Like even
Yeah.
in here, there's like a couple comments she makes that I'm like, I don't agree with that. But
I think she'll come around. I think she'll come around eventually.
yeah, we're gonna Frog watch the video. Moral of the stream: shame people and beat them up. Also, learn to read, idiot.
Also, learn to read, idiot.
I thought it was about scripture reading here, but I will go watch the TikToks and see what you're referring to. And also, Lois Sunshine, welcome in. Yes. For anyone who hasn't seen it yet, there's the TikTok clip that the caption or the title of stream is referring to, and it's just actually cackled when they said sounding phonics is racist. I know, right? It's like every country, every language. Like, I'm pretty darn sure everyone's doing that when they're learning to read. Just saying.
Yep.
Oh.
So funny.
So, Kat, according to a judge in the UK, calling someone bald is SA. Are you freaking for real?
What?
Okay, that
No,
actually...
Dude, what is this clown world we live in, man? What are you doing?
As someone who's been SA'd, that pisses me off so much.
What are we doing? What
that is not
mean?
SA at all. What
Oh
are
my
you?
gosh.
Oh my gosh.
They must be talking about like shaving is what they must be talking about, but that's freaking stupid.
Oh my Lanta.
I hate this, man.
That was like the girl who also Father Hudman, congrats on your 5-stream streak. The number 5 is not racist, but just you wait. Society will make it racist. But the whole thing with like the Uber Eats or whatever woman who was claiming that she got SA'd while she was delivering food, when really it was she looked into someone's the instructions were leave the food at the front door. The front door was open a crack, and allegedly she pushed open the door, and there was a man lying passed out drunk on his couch with his pants down. And she decided, oh, this is a great idea to record this man, post it on the internet, and then claim that he SA'd her. I think she's actually, again, allegedly, from what I understand, she is facing jail time now. But she made this whole thing about she was SA'd and whatever the food app company was. I don't even remember the name of it right now. But like they laid me off and I didn't get paid and I was SA'd. I'm the victim here. And everyone was like very much on her side. And then the truth came out and everyone immediately did a 180 like, woman, what? Like, you can't
I think
just...
the best part of... Sorry, go ahead.
No, you can't be saying that. So especially, yeah, when people are being like, oh, calling someone bald is SA. That is not. Ask any victim of SA. That is not SA. That is not. Anyway, carry on.
Like, the best part of that, too, that whole situation, like, I'm saying this very tongue-in-cheek when I'm saying that, is when she shows the video, to my understanding, you can literally see her opening the door on her own. Like, she opened the door. She went in voluntarily. Like, it's the goofiest thing that you even attempted to try and make a thing out of that. That's crazy to me. Oh my goodness. What was the thing that Frog said? It was because bald people are primarily bald, so it's a gender thing. Wait, what? Maybe
bald people are primarily bald. You know what? That's actually probably their logic. Is that, oh, bald people are bald. It's like, yeah, duh. It's like, what do you
Well, I wonder if
mean?
she meant like because men are primarily the ones that bald.
Oh,
I'm wondering if that's what she meant.
oh, that's fair.
How
That's
do okay,
fair.
but okay, yes, maybe it's a maybe you could stretch it to a sexist thing if you want, like if you really were trying to really just get that the juicy little
Yeah.
brownie points for the social justice whatever. Okay, but which would never happen because nobody cares about guys. But anyway,
DoorDash. That's what it is. Thank you, Bunny. Sorry, we have Skip the
okay,
Dishes up here, but we also have DoorDash. But I was thinking Skip, and I'm like, it's not Skip. It's not Skip. You guys don't have Skip down there, and so I'm just like, it's just a food delivery. I don't remember what it is, but yes, DoorDash. Sorry, carry on.
yeah. Like, but explain to me how just saying that, how pointing that out is equivalent to SA. Explain it to me. I need the logic here. I need to hear it. I need to hear how this works. This is making me think of another topic, but I don't want to bring it up right at this very moment. But it's a very similar type of thing where somebody said the thing that happened to me is basically the same thing. Actually, maybe
Mhm.
someone would have heard of it. So without me pointing any fingers, it's like what happened to me was basically like the same thing that happened to Emiru. At
Uh-huh.
TwitchCon. That was a thing that I've seen before, and it's like, brother, like again, I can't do it, dude. I can't do it without laughing. I
Yeah.
can't. This is insane. I can't do it.
When we call Cat bald, we're being sexist to men. I just out of curiosity. Actually, maybe I shouldn't. I might be accused of SA and being sexist and stuff. But I was gonna ask, for any of my bald brothers out there, yeah, it is. Oh, never mind. We're not even gonna play around with that. I'm livid right now about that. That makes me so angry.
Eggmen.
Oh, have you not seen the SpongeBob movie? The correct term is that they have thinning hair. Oh yeah,
Yes,
guess.
it's fitting.
Sorry guys, we can't watch the SpongeBob movie anymore. They're screaming bald like crazy in that one, from what I've heard.
Yeah.
So yeah.
Clown world. Bunny, no, it was different technically. I'm beating around the bush because I just don't feel like getting into the actual thing.
No, that's fair.
But
It's
yeah,
fair.
it was just imagine that. It was something that just was very much not the same thing. Very much not the same thing. Yeah, no, speaking of the mouse thing though, that was actually something that after we play this, I figured that could be brought up because that's been a kind of interesting thing, but it's like a different topic. So
yeah, no, that's fair. That's
play your
fair.
video first.
Okay, sure. Actually, you know what? Let's just jump to the other one because I could save this for another day because this is not on topic at all.
Well, neither is mine technically either. So I mean,
Well,
that's fine.
it got brought up, so I'd rather talk about something that's got brought up. We can always save this for another day. Because
Okay.
this is
I
not
didn't
on
have
topic.
like unless you scroll up in our DMs, like I technically sent you a version of it, but there was or you could even go on like my
In TikTok
Twitter
or
I made
Twitter? Oh, okay, yeah, Twitter.
Twitter,
Yeah.
sorry.
Okay, let me jump over there real quick.
You could either do that or you could go onto my actual profile and
Yeah, I think I might do
made
that.
a quote tweet.
Okay.
I made a quote tweet. It'll be like a SpongeBob one. It's like the very first thing that you see because it's they're all within the same nature, but like basically just like going off of what Bunny was kind of like insinuating. There's been this like whole thing of like this hatred of VTubers that's come out, which I think is kind of crazy.
Yeah. Is it this one?
It's that one, yeah.
Okay. But yeah, keep seeing what you're gonna say. I'm just gonna zoom in and stuff.
And there's different people that are just like making all these accusations of like that VTubers are ugly or that VTube and that's why they do VTubing. Why don't you show your face, this and that, which is absolutely gaslighting because there's many plethoras of reasons to not show your face in many cases, especially in an age of doxing and stalking and all these other things. So, and the best part is it's usually like a lot of people that are in like great positions of where they're probably extremely wealthy and can provide they can get protection for themselves. So they're like, look at me, I show my face. Like, yeah, a lot of money, so you can probably protect yourself. Not everyone can do that. Kind of the same thing as like we have to control all the guns, but then the people that say that are the people that like live behind 15-foot walls with like armed security at every corner. That's one of my favorite talking points. Anyway, yeah, I've seen this kind of thing, and it started with Mouse, and it's weird because like somebody actually pointed out, which I think is the most poignant part of the conversation, is everyone's like crapping on these VTubers that are specifically anime in origin, like that have like that kind of a look. But they're not saying these insults toward the burnt peanut, which is interesting. They don't
Yeah.
say he's hiding his face and whatever and trying to not like show who he is and whatever. How come it only is going in one direction? So again, this is kind of going back to what we talked about like a week or so ago when the streamer awards happened. And
Mhm.
people were like, "Oh, you know, you shouldn't be mad that the burnt peanut won." It's like, well, it's not really that people were mad necessarily that he won. They were more upset that the fact that he won rather than people who have been known to be traditional VTubers for a long time. It just kind of reinforces the fact that you absolutely treat them different and hate them. And all the crap that you do to them on Twitch and stuff like that. Like, it just reinforces that concept. And then they literally super reinforce it by, after doing all of this, just saying all this crap where people are, they're just insulting VTubers and calling, you know, I bet Iron Mouse is actually a 40-year-old dude and is just trying to get sympathy. It's like, bro, she has a condition. Like, she can't leave her home. She
Mhm.
is ill. She like, but they don't care. Okay, it's just whatever for that little bit of clout points. But there is an actual hatred for VTubers, and so from my
Mhm.
viewpoint, I always try to go into, okay, so they don't go after the burnt peanut, but they do go after these other people. Why? That's
Mhm.
always what I want to know. What is the reason? Are they threatened by them?
Yeah.
Do they like again, I always like did the ratio in my mind for, like, for instance, uglifying characters in video games. That
Mm.
always, to me, I was very easily able to sum that up to, oh, the people that are changing that are absolutely threatened by attractive female characters. That's why they're threatened by it. They think that for
Mhm.
some reason that scares them, that they're like, if we say this is the ideal, I don't fit in that ideal, therefore people will expect me to look like that, and I don't, and so therefore that makes me angry, and so I have to lower the standards so that I become the pinnacle of attraction, which just, that doesn't work anyway. All you do is end up taking people off. But I think that that's where it's coming from, is it's coming from a place of threatening. And you know this in that particular regard because the same people that get mad at that, like, what they'll typically say is, "Oh, if you like that, why don't you just go watch Corn then? Why don't you just go watch Corn?"
Mm.
As like an
Yeah.
insult. And it's like, well, wait a minute, because you're saying this is like, this is just like, they'll say like gooner bait or whatever. It's like, wait, I thought that was totally fine though. Because
Mhm.
in a different talking point, you say it's actually good to watch Corn, and it's actually empowering for women and all this different stuff. So which is it? That's how you know you can't take them seriously, right? So in
Mhm.
this case, I'm trying to figure out, like, what is the root cause here? Why do they hate typical VTubers like that? Like, and when I say typical, I mean like what it traditionally means to be a VTuber, which is typically an anime model. You have the whole Oshi thing, you have the whole lore, you have the whole where everybody pretends that you're this character even though you're not. You know, like that's part of the whole culture. That's what people get on and they like. We've even been seeing this with more recently what's her name? Kairyu Crocodile,
Mm.
who is actually a famous person, but tried to separate the two. And just, I'm specifically not going to do that just to prove my point here. I'm not going to say who it actually is, but
Oh
they
man.
did that. What's that?
No, go ahead. I was like, oh man.
Oh yeah. Um, like, if you know the person, you would know when you're watching. But that's all I'll say.
Mm. Gotcha.
Anyway,
Gotcha.
they specifically, they just wanted to have a separate persona, and then people would be like, oh yeah, this is this character and we like to do, but these types of people, the ones that I'm that like, even in this video that we're talking about, um they don't like that. They hate that. Why? That's what I want to know. Like, what is it because
Mhm.
the VTubers are actually stealing the viewership? Like, they're actually becoming more popular than people who are streaming with their actual face? So they have to, is it like the mean girl mentality? If I make them look worse, then it makes me look better? Like, that's what I'm trying to figure out, because most of the time, traditional like VTubers, like the traditional ones,
Mhm.
they're kind of to themselves. They don't really start any crap.
Yeah.
It's usually other people that start crap with them, you know? Like, that happened to Girl all the time. Girl literally never did
Oh
anything
yeah.
and just would get attacked for no reason. So it was like, okay. like that's what I'm always trying to figure out is like what the root cause is. I still don't know what it is. I'd be curious if anybody else has a theory, but anyway, you can show the video just to
Yeah, for
show kind
sure.
of what's kind of happening. But
Let's see here.
40-year-old man in a 15-year-old anime 2D VTubing suit. Listen up. Listen real close. Listen real close. It is not my community.
Let's be honest. Most VTubers use VTubing as an excuse not show themselves because they are fucking disgusting. I'm not being weird. I'm
sorry,
not discriminating.
I totally forgot
The
there's.
vast majority of VTubers would love to be on camera, but they're fucking disgusting, and that's okay. It's okay. That's perfectly fine. But it's come on, bro. You know what I mean?
A 40-year-old man.
Dang, talk about, you know. Never mind. I'm not even gonna go there. Just Cred Muffin did say earlier in here, where is it? Oops, I scrolled too far. I know XQC and Shroud were incredibly mad because some VTubers totally destroyed them in an FPS tournament.
Yes.
So
I
they
did
are
hear
just
that. Yeah, it was
butthurt.
Doki Bird. Yeah, Doki Bird did that. Yeah. And they even tried to like rig it against Doki Bird. Like they tried to say that like her team wasn't doing things properly. So then they got her like banned from it. But then her team, the one that she was being the captain of, they still went on to destroy them even without her being there. And then they tried to backtrack and say, yeah, and then they tried to backtrack and say, oh no, we didn't do that. We didn't try to change the rules. The rules were also applied to us, but they weren't. It was kind of obvious. So all that to say though, so like again, even like Bunny said that like I think a lot of it with Mouse specifically is jealousy and sexism. I've been called a gooner for having an anime profile pic on Twitter too. Can you define what you mean when you say jealousy and sexism specifically? Like what like do you mean it just very point blank like that? Like people just don't like her because she's a girl and they're jealous because she's popular, or like what are you specifically feeling?
Oh, but don't you know, Hood, that women have an easier time with streaming because everyone's just there for the boobs, you know? But yet look at the top 10 streamers. I don't think any of them are men. But for some reason, there's this thing painted that, oh, well, women have it easier. Women this and that. It's like, well, look at the top 10. Like, I don't even think there's a woman on there. Like, top 20, I think there's a couple women in there. But top 10, no, it's all men. So it's like, don't give me that crap. Like for some, yeah, sometimes they have it easier, sometimes they don't. But it's like, it doesn't matter if you show your face or not. Just because you're a woman or just because you're a man, people will automatically assume things. So, sorry, cut you off there. Go ahead.
But even with that though, right? Like people that are saying these comments about VTubers, they don't really go after like other like live streamers that are I don't know what to call them. I keep wanting to say flesh tuber, but I hate that term. Like
I just say
the people that are
like face cammers.
Cam streamer. Okay, cam streamer. Yeah, but that also has like a weird connotation. But anyway, we'll
face
just say
cammers, face cammers.
Face cammers. Face cammers. There you go. Like there's a lot of women that are face cammers. They don't go after them, and they do the same thing. They will do the stuff that they're accusing them of, but they don't go after them. Why? Like, I don't understand. Like, why is it just the one group? That's why I'm trying to figure out and it's specifically people that aren't even showing themselves that you're threatened by. Seemingly, I think everything always comes down to you feel threatened by them in some way. Like again, Iron Mouse. It's like I'm wondering if it's just because she was like #1 streamer for a second there. She had the most. I think she was the first one to get to like 1 million followers or something like that, wasn't she, back in the day?
Something like that. I can't remember, but she did break the record for the most subscribers. And then Kai got butthurt. Guys, sorry, just a little side fun fact. When you feel your masculinity is challenged because a woman's doing better than you might want to go check your heart. Like just saying. And like resorting to gifting yourself subs from secret side channels and stuff. No, we all know. Don't do that.
Okay, did they, Bunny? Because I I haven't personally witnessed that. I've typically seen those. So, because I've seen other people do that, but typically the other people that are doing what you're saying, Bunny, are usually the ones that will defend VTubers. That's why I'm like, I didn't count them. I'm talking specifically about the people that only go after VTubers, but they don't go after. It's like rules for thee, but not for them type of a deal. Like, is what it kind of feels like in certain ways. It's like they apply all of these things, but then it's like, again, kind of like how we've talked about before, where it's like, you know, totally cool that like a face cam streamer will do like, you know, hot tub streams and they can get away with all this different stuff, but you know, like a VTuber can't hardly have like an outfit that just like is slightly a little bit more low cut than the
Mhm.
average bear or whatever, right? Like it just seems like there is like a difference even within like the infrastructure. So I'm like,
Mhm.
I don't know. I feel like it goes deeper. I just feel like there's something else there. I don't know. I mean, it
Yeah.
definitely seems like people pick a side and criticize the other for doing the same stuff. That's fair.
Mhm.
That's fair.
Also, thank you for the
Yeah, Bonnie, I know
affirmation,
exactly
Will.
what you're talking about.
Oh, but then later Milkman says that I am just never mind. All right, you heard it here first, folks. I am in fact disgusting. Your local guild mistress is actually disgusting. Hence why you'll never see my face again. Kidding. Join us for Christmas, guys. I'm doing a face cam stream there, so then you guys can decide.
Let's go. Face cam stream.
Face cam stream.
But yeah, anyway, I just think it's like I think it's weird. And it's like it's been like this for a while, but then like after the whole streamer awards thing, it was like people just kind of like were coming out of the woodwork, you know? And again, I don't like to pick on a particular person, right? Like I'm using this video just as a example, right? I'm
Mhm.
not going after one particular person in general.
Yeah,
There
yeah.
was a lot of people doing this. That's why I was
Oh
trying to like I'm trying to like understand like, okay,
yeah. Yeah.
I
My
just I don't know.
yeah. My 2 cents on it would be like, yes, um, Iron Mouse could have worded it differently. I
Mm,
do think people forget that she has basically been in a bubble her whole life. She could not leave her house. I think she was actually
yeah.
bedridden for a long time. So when you have people rushing up to your camera or whatever, like, yeah, that would be a little intimidating, especially if you know that these guys are notorious for being stupid. However,
Mhm.
they're also young. And I think, like, even I've seen like different angles of them rushing up and stuff. And like, yeah, I would have been like, whoa, okay, like, whoa, calm down. But after that, like, they also had what's his face, like this other bigger streamer, whatever, who was kind of behind, like, behave, behave. So I just think
Yeah.
everyone's blowing this out of proportion. Um, but yeah, I think she could have worded things differently. But also, I think people need to realize that as a person who has rarely ever gotten to socialize with people in her life and has been like stuck at her house and bedridden and stuff, that is the way she interacts with people. So yeah, if someone's rushing up to her quote unquote face, yeah, that could stress people out. So anyway, I digress.
Right. Well, and in her own words, it was because there were people that were like they were asking questions that they that she didn't want to answer, basically, right? And so then people were like, "Oh, well, you know, you were so threatened, but you can just turn the camera off." And it's like, well, okay, but that's like saying, sure, anytime you're in a bad conversation, you can just walk away. Sure, you could do that, but like what she was trying to explain too was it's like, yeah, but it like makes me not look good to people, right?
Mm-hmm.
Is it's like, you know, then what the conversation would be is oh, you know, like she can't handle the heat, she had to run away and this and that. Like it just the goalpost would then shift.
Yeah.
So there's that. But I have also heard some people say that, hey, you know, this is also why, you know, like, you know, you were going to the streamer awards, which were filled with a bunch of people that don't like you because you're kind of trying to adhere to when people said, hey, you need to make friends with these other people instead of, you know, like these you need to make friends with these people that basically don't like you. Some people were saying, well, this is why you don't make friends with people who don't like you. So I've seen a little bit of back and forth on that. That's why it's like that's not even like really part of the convo for me. Like the main thing that I'm concerned about that I'm trying to figure out is why, again, it's been happening for a while, but like is it suddenly this like big influx, like all these people jumping on this thing? Is it just like, is it just a like that's usually a good answer. That's like Occam's razor. But like, there's got to be something else underneath there. It's like in my mind, I'm thinking it's got to be they see VTubers are rising and they're gonna overtake them eventually, and they
Mm-hmm.
can't stand that. That's
Well,
that's
they
what I think is happening.
they just see them as a threat. Like, but the funny thing is, like, there's an audience for face cam streamers. There's an audience for non-face cam streamers. Like, everyone has different interests. No, there is no one person that's going to steal everyone's audience. Unless you're like, Mr. Beast and offering free money, then yeah, you might. But at the same time, it eventually will blow up in their face
Yeah.
and stuff. But I don't know. Again, streaming, like even like with the whole streamers award, like we talked about this before, but it used to be, which again, streamer awards is trying to be like the Emmys and the Grammys, and they're just not at all. Everyone's out there for themselves. There's no standards. There's no nothing. But it used to be everyone was connected and everyone mingled and everyone was friends and stuff. And now years later, everyone's got beef. Everyone's got a group or club or whatever. And now everybody hates each other. So rather than being like, hey, like they're like you're growing, that's awesome. Or hey, we stream the same game. Hey, that's awesome. We should collab sometime, with genuinely wanting to hang out with that person. Be like, hey, yeah, I love this game. Whereas now it's like, oh, that person sucks. They're stealing from me. Or oh, we should collab, but also like I'm gonna tell my community that, oh well, they actually suck. I'm just doing this to make them feel better. It's like, what? What is wrong? What is wrong with people? Like, oh my gosh.
Yeah, I don't know. That's why again, moral of the story is oftentimes you just kind of gotta tell people to kick rocks and move on. You know, in this case, like it's if everybody doesn't like you, okay, let them not like you. That's kind of the they're kind of self gatekeeping, I guess, in that regard, and then they won't try to infiltrate. Although some people consider like the fact that they're letting burnt peanut be considered part of VTubing, like that's infiltrating, quote unquote. That's
Mhm.
like that. I don't even really care about none of that. My main thing is
Yeah.
just like, you know, I just was kind of curious as to like why the hatred is happening, because usually if you can figure out the reason why, then there might be a chance that you can solve it. But
Mhm.
I don't know, maybe the answer really just simply is just you just got to kind of mind your own business, do your own thing, and then if you have bad actors that come in, you just kind of ignore them and you move on
Yeah.
with your day. And I think some people though feel that it's becoming harder to ignore when the actual platform works against you. It's different if people don't like you, but when the actual platform of which you are doing your thing on
Yeah.
also hates you and is acting just like them, then it's like, okay, well, this is like deeper than just criticism. Now it's like, okay, then now this is actually like some form of a systemic sort of thing happening within the culture, whatever. I don't know,
Yeah.
however you want to word that.
Yeah. Which I know some people are still upset about. I don't even know the girl's name. No idea who she is. But again, jumping back to the Steamer Awards, the girl who was announcing the winner for VTuber of the Year, literally her opener was like, hey guys, konnichiwa.
Yeah.
These VTubers were doing so sugoi with being kawaii, and it was so cringe. Like maybe she was trying to be joking. I don't know. I don't really care. She didn't really care. Which people are like, oh, she was so rude and disrespectful. I'm like, everyone was rude and disrespectful. That entire streamer awards was rude and disrespectful. Like trying to be the Grammys and Emmys and all that, but like there is no standard. It's just a bunch of friends hanging out. And so yeah, so naturally no one's going to be sitting at the table. No one's going to be paying attention to speakers or presentations or performances and stuff. Like nobody cares. Everyone's just there for themselves and their friends. So like the presenters don't care. Like again, everyone's just there for themselves. Oh yeah, and the jokes. My gosh, the jokes. Like comparing Kai to a not so cash money person, and then calling tables sexist and racist and stuff, or no, homophobic and sexist. And it was like, okay, yeah, if you had been like years back when you guys were all friends, like the quote unquote jokes might have slid better. But now that everyone's got beef with everyone. Like, you say something as a joke, they're gonna take that as an insult. Or you say something as an insult, and they're gonna brush it off as a joke. So, but yeah, it just, oh my gosh. Yeah, in the case,
Yeah.
I didn't even, here's the thing, guys. I didn't watch Stream Awards. I just saw clips. I was just excited when I saw that Queso won Streamer of the Year award. And I was
Yeah.
like, yeah, there's our boy. Like, and even he, like, there were so many people that didn't show up for the awards. It's like, yeah, because they knew it was going to be a crap show. And even people that did go were like, I was so disappointed with how everyone was conducting themselves and how everyone was behaving. Like, it wasn't an award show. It was just I don't know, just like a party with,
Yeah.
it looked fancy, but it was literally just your, oh, hey, we're throwing a party at so-and-so's place. You want to come? There's going to be champagne and you can dress up and that's it. It's just like, oh, I didn't know they were making queso fat jokes too. Like, again, I get what they were trying to do, but unless there's a standard and unless people are like, better behaved, it doesn't work so well. So,
Well, and the funny thing too is even like with that type of thing, like Queso's made it very clear that he's very cool with fat jokes and stuff like that. Like that's part of his brand. Like that's become like
yeah.
a thing. But I think the difference here is it's like it's kind of one of those things like, well, I can say this because I'm your buddy, but like no one else better say it to you. It kind of feels more like that, I think is what's going on in a way,
Mm,
is like where it doesn't come across as funny when it's like these other people that it's just like, bro, I don't know you. Like what?
mhm.
Like versus like people that come into the stream all the time and they're like hanging out and whatever, or if it is an actual close friend or something like that. It just feels different. It's just different. So I think that there's something to be said about that too, but I digress.
Mhm.
Anyway, that was the only reason I felt like bringing that up, was because I was just like, I'm just really wanting to figure out why that's happening, because it's been like this for a long time, but then it like really just came and was like a big
Mhm.
push to try and do that, and I'm like, I feel like again, my conspiracy theory mind even like goes to crazy places, which I won't get into, but I'm just like, I will say it just does feel like there's a certain amount of like, you feel threatened. So the only way to get
Mhm.
rid of the threat is to mock the threat and make everyone hate the threat. That's the only thing I can think, which is funny because it just hasn't really worked so far, especially in like Mouse's case. Like it just,
Mhm.
she just kind of bobs and weaves, slips the punch and then kind of moves on. So
Mhm. Yeah, no, she's going to bounce back from this. Like, people who care will still be there. It's just like the whole thing with like just trying to cancel anybody. Unless someone's actually doing awful things, you can't actually cancel people. People can just move on and keep going.
And I will say, Jeremiah, so from what we kind of are understanding, this award ceremony is kind of to make it be more like it's almost like they're trying to be Hollywood in a way. And
Yeah.
Hollywood started with their award ceremony, to my understanding, if I remember, someone can correct me if
Hmm.
I'm pretty sure I remember they started doing the award ceremony to help legitimize film as being an actual art form. That was the reason it
Mm.
started. So there was an actual purpose for it, because without having the award stuff like that, it kind of was just this novelty that was hard to get funding for and stuff like that and whatever. But when they started throwing out that there were, like, oh, this actually gets awards and accolades, people like this and that, like it became like an event. And then okay, now it's like helping legitimize the concept of film as an art form, because like, I mean, we don't really think about it, but film has only been around for not even 150 years. Like it's been around for a very very short amount of time in
Mhm.
terms of like being an art form. So they were trying to find a way, to my understanding, to legitimize it, and so then any other type of award ceremony based off of that has just kind of come, and then it kind of became congratulatory. And um yeah, and I don't know, I don't like them either for that same reason. Like I think, again, like if you were like someone who won in a position like this, I think like the best case is like, oh, hey, if any of you did vote for me to win that means a lot. I appreciate that you voted for me to win this, but like that's about as far as the care for me would go, because all I would care about is like, oh, you care enough about me that you voted for me to win this award that I don't even care about, but like I appreciate you that you like that's where my mind would be, that I care about like the people that follow me and like me enough to want to try and like, help me get an award or whatever. So,
Mm-hmm.
but the actual award itself is like whatever, dude. I'd rather just
Yeah.
kind of keep doing my thing, keep grinding, keep whatever, but
Yeah. It's well, was it you that I was talking with about how it should have just all been online? Like stream
yeah,
awards.
I mentioned that.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah, yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. That was you. Okay. Yeah. Or just like, why don't they just do it online? Like, it'd be
You
so
would
much
cut
easier.
costs like crazy too. Like there's
Exactly.
logistics. You'd have more chance of people showing up because they wouldn't have to like leave their homes and potentially travel. Like, the most they'd have to do is just kind of dress up to be on camera and maybe make their background a little bit better if it was like a face camera or whatever.
Mm-hmm.
Um,
Yeah. It's just I don't know, man. Cause again, just seeing how everyone was behaving, like even what was it? What was it? Like this is before they were trying to even cancel her. Iron Mouse and another like opera singer or whatever did a cover for like one of the video games that was sponsoring the streamer awards, and they did a cover for it. Nobody, it kept panning back to the audience. Nobody was watching, nobody was looking, maybe a handful of people. Nobody cared. And it was like,
yeah.
Normally when there's a performance, you kind of show respect by watching it or at least turning your body in the direction of it so that it at least looks like you're watching it.
Mm-hmm.
It's just, anyway, I don't
And
know.
I think,
Yeah.
go ahead, sorry.
I'm just like, even if it was like something that I wasn't a fan of, like, sorry, I'm just frustrated. I'm just so confused by it all. But go ahead.
Well, I think with like award ceremonies or even like, like game awards and stuff like that, right? Where it's like which one's the best one? I think there's even just the concept of that. I think it's also a thing for like money as well. People do that because it's kind of like why people watch sports, right? Like why do we care about sports? It doesn't mean anything unless you like bet money on it or something, right? But like in just in a general rule, it's like why do we care about that? Well, because people get into being like, no, I want this to win. No, I want this to win because this was better. It's like very opinion based, right?
Mm-hmm.
So I think at least in that regard, from like a viewer standpoint, that's why there's like the appeal to an award thing. I guess just for me, like if you're the one that's in the position of winning the award, it's like it's just like I just don't want that to be anything that I really care about, like
Mm-hmm.
I don't know, but I can understand like that appeal. It's only though if it's legitimate, because a lot of things don't feel legitimate anymore, aka what this last award thing kind of felt like. It just felt like
Yeah.
people were like, is that really what it is? Kind of just like, is it nepotism? Maybe it feels like a little bit. Who can say? So that's where some of the fun gets taken away. I've even felt like that with like boxing matches I've seen before, boxing or UFC or whatever. I used to love watching that until I would watch some of these fighters that I know could hit hard. I know you can hit harder than like touching them. And then they would get hit, and so then they'd end up losing, and it's like that was rigged. That very obviously, like you were the fall guy. You needed to take the fall. So,
Did you hear about the Paul brothers recently?
in what way recently?
That all their fights are like rigged.
Well,
Like
people definitely suspected that, but is it like a confirmed thing or something?
well, even like there were shots of who did Logan fight? Like the big wig boxer. They had like a full like Netflix covered it and everything, and that's when everyone found out that
Well,
Netflix can't stream anything. Mike Tyson, I
yeah,
think. Was it Mike Tyson?
So yeah, Jake Paul fought Mike Tyson. Yeah, I actually
Or was
watched
Jake?
that
Oh,
one.
I thought it was Logan. My bad. Like there's angles of like him basically up and knocking the guy out and then holding him up. And it's
Yeah.
like, huh?
Yeah.
So it's like,
Yeah.
that's kind of shady. That's kind of shady.
And that's the thing too, right? Is it's like so you completely ruin the point of what it means to be a sport, which is like if you just are gonna like rig it like that, then what's the point of watching? No one wants to watch that anymore when it's just when it feels fake
Exactly.
and
It's
stuff like that. So
there's no point to it. Come on. People
you
want
know,
something
especially
real.
like well, and especially like in a fighting sport like that,
Yeah.
especially to me, that's like a disgraceful thing to cheat that because it's like
Mhm.
it's kind of like an honor among men, so to speak, of like,
Yeah.
you know, who can outlast the other, who can fight the other and win. It's that's a very primal sport. It goes back like, you know, obviously millennia and stuff like that, gladiator
Mhm.
type stuff, right? It's
Yeah.
like so there's a certain thing, it's like how in the world can you have pride in doing that and putting yourself out there if it's all just fictitious anyway? Like
Yeah.
just for the love of the game in general, like, it just seems so I don't know, it's just dumb. But
Yeah. No, I'd agree with you. Like, and obviously, like, even in like regular boxing matches or fighting matches, whatever, like, yeah, there's gonna be some underhanded stuff happening and whatnot. But to like completely like throw the game just so that some, I don't know, privileged white kid or whatever had like so he can stroke his ego, like, why are we here? Why are we wasting money on this? Why are we spending money on this? Like, what? Gosh.
mhm.
Also, take
Yep.
care, Milkman. Go rest, please. I
Goodbye,
know it's late.
Milkman. Thank you for your awesome art, Milkman.
Yes, did we mention that Milkman does phenomenal art? Go love and support him. It's fantastic. He also is a real one because it's like middle of the night where he is into like the wee hours, and he stays up so he can be part of stream.
Based.
Oh man. But yeah, that's just gosh.
Yeah.
Man, my faith in
You can show
humanity
your
was
video now if you want.
I was gonna say, do we want to see my video? I don't know if we want to see my video anymore after all this. I'm like, gosh.
Yeah, why not? I'll be right back though, real quick.
Okay, sounds good. Anyway, before we jump into that, guys, tell me one thing you're looking forward to this week. Thank you for the hydrate. I will hydrate. Tell me one thing you're looking forward to this week. Something happy, something good. If you don't know something good, we'll sit and we'll wait with everyone else. So, I personally am like, oh, that's right, your computer's coming this week. So excited! Hey! Thanks for the bits and the resub, Miss Sharpie. I think that's the only thing you mentioned about me is the fact that I do art. I'm not complaining about it, I do stream. Oh yeah, that's right, you do stream. I've never been able to make it to one of your streams, but yes, Milkman does stream too. Modding, lovely. Glorious. Debut on Friday, kind of terrified that. Ooh, that's exciting. Let's go. Very, very exciting. I'm gonna say going to sleep. You know what? Sleep is good. Sleep is good. Also, hi Rose. I love you, girly. This is my last week of work before the 2-week Christmas break. Hey, let's go, liar. Exciting. Looking forward to spending time with the family this weekend. Also an opportunity to do some arcading. Ooh, that sounds fun. Also my brother's Christmas present. So excited. Just living, I guess. And that's okay, Drafty. I'm also looking forward to living this week. Looking forward to not having to work for a while. Yeah, that sounds beautiful. I'm excited for you, liar. I may have an interview for a second job. Ooh, exciting. Let's go. I love you. I love you too. I'm so excited to give him his new chair. Ooh, that's really exciting. Let's go. Chair hype. 4 more days and then I get a week off. Let's go, Crud Muffin. Get that week off. Enjoy it. Or sleep the whole time. Whatever you gotta do. Oh yeah, I'm looking forward to being happier this week because my stomach isn't getting any better and I don't know why. I still do. Oh no. Is there do you have a family doctor you can go see or something? I'm sorry. That sucks. I'm looking forward to, we got a couple more 12 Days of Christmas this week. Tomorrow, doing 12 Days of Christmas with the ever so lovely Honey Highland. And then Friday, we're doing 12 Days of Christmas with Mr. Ginger. So I'm excited for those. I know we didn't really talk about it yet. But I do believe for morning monologues on Thursday, we're taking a break from, well, I guess it might get a little serious, but we're gonna do something fun again. So Hood and I are gonna share anime hot takes. So please bring your anime hot takes on Thursday and we'll delve into them together. Oh yeah, also looking forward to Christmas break next week. Hard to wrap my head around that fact. I know, right? Like, I will say online, it feels like Christmas. IRL, it does not feel like Christmas. But I did get slapped in the face with a blizzard last night. So we get snow for days now. I'm excited for oh, yes, and also, this coming Monday, we have a 12 Days of Christmas with Stardust Bunny, which I'm really excited for. Let's go. I'm so excited. It's gonna be great. I think I'm seeing The House with My Mom too. Ooh, fun. XQC situation. Oh yikes. Yeah, we talked about that. What kind of blizzard? A snow blizzard. A snow blizzard. So it was not fun. I was wrapping up here at the office. I turned off my computer. I shut the lights off. I went and opened the door and just poof, just snow being blown into my face. I had to like almost trip my way over to the house because I had to cover my face with my arms. Time to be baked beans. Absolutely, girly. Absolutely. I got my snow early. Hey. Oh, not an ice. Yeah, no. I wish it was an ice cream blizzard. I would have much rather that. 100%. Oh, I'm looking forward to watching more cat streams. Oh, yuck. I'm looking forward to doing more streams with you guys. Which I do apologize. I was going to stream yesterday, but my head wasn't in the best place, and I'd go from like being happy to crying and being happy and crying. So I was like, you know what? We're just gonna take the day off. And then I completely forgot to let you guys know that there was no stream. So that is my bad. I apologize for that. So, but we're doing better. We're doing better. So it's fine. It's fine.
Yeah.
Oh, welcome back. Also, someone stole your blankie while you're gone. Sorry.
Can't believe this.
Hate to break it to
Can't
you, but
believe this.
your blankie's gone, man. Hopefully it'll come back.
Who stole it? I want to know.
Ms. Sharpie.
Who was it? Was it Miss Sharpie? You're banned. Get her out of here.
And this is why Hood doesn't have mod privileges. You guys would get banned so fast.
So quick. Miss Sharpie did it?
Yeah.
Banned.
Welcome back. I get your blankie back shortly.
Yeah, whatever. My tootsies have to get cold until then.
Yeah, you'll be fine. You got your skin pants. You'll be fine. But yeah, alrighty. Well, again, I have this video from Amala, and this might be a little bit of whiplash, but no, I saw this and I showed this to Hood and stuff, and I like her take on modern feminism. And again, I don't agree with everything that Amala says, but the majority of it is absolutely based. So, oh, thanks for the hydrate, Lau. I appreciate it. I forgot to make my tea this morning, so sorry, guys. You get the croaky
I haven't
voice
had
today.
tea in a while. I need to make tea again sometime.
Get your tea, boy. But yeah, for anyone, the term skin pants makes me retch a little.
And that's why we say it, Crud Muffin.
Just to make you squirm. But yeah, anyone watching the VOD later, I know it's gonna be muted, but there's the link there. And let's do this. I think the volume should be high enough. Yeah, here we go. We'll just play the whole movie. It is almost 9 minutes long. We'll just let it play, and then we'll talk about it afterwards. So, buckle in, boys and girls.
Honestly, and I'm probably going to get eaten alive for saying this, I feel like a lot of women have forgotten their place.
Ooh, let's talk about it.
I like little.
Dang. What an opener. I'm ready. Belt me in for the sexism, baby. Let's go.
Like and subscribe. Today we're talking about the
We're
concept
here
of
for it,
that.
apparently.
I can't even get it out of my mouth because I know so many people are going to be offended by this concept and by this idea, but I would love to hear your thoughts on it. But first, we're going to get into this viral video. Now, I'm sorry, I don't even know who this is. Maybe we can look into that, but I'm going to play her clip because it popped up on my For You page. It's got nearly 300,000 likes on it, and apparently she's saying something that's a little controversial, but it must be true because it's hitting in the right way.
Honestly, and I'm probably going to get eaten alive for saying this, I feel like a lot of women have forgotten their place. And we live in this inverted world, and I feel we got stuck in this whole feminism thing. Feminism is a scam. And now it's like trying to undo. It is feminism. I don't care what anybody says. Yes, we are equal in value, but we are not equal in traits. We are different. Men and women are different.
I agree with that.
And I'm so sick and tired of why are we fighting to be something that we're not? I am not a man. I will never be a man. And for those of you that make that decision, I love that for you. Period.
Great commentary from the peanut gallery on that one.
Just had to make sure he put his word in there.
We are living in an inverted world and that feminism is a scam. Now, I'm going to apply a little bit of nuance, I think, to the conversation. I wouldn't say that all feminism is a scam. Look to the Middle East right now and tell me that feminism is a scam. But I will say this sort of modern variety that we're getting, a fourth wave, fifth wave feminism here in the West, here in the United States, is most definitely a scam. It seems like right now we're telling women to act like men, be like men, as she states in this video. We are masculinizing women and we are feminizing men, and it doesn't seem to be working out for really any of us. We are more divided than ever. It seems we are more lonely than before. So let me know how this is working. And our dating hellscape, especially when it comes to men and women coming together, is a hellscape. Let's keep watching.
But there are certain things that are just, y'all are stronger than we are. We are more detail oriented than you are. There are certain traits that we naturally got from God based on the gender that we are. And it's all based on survival.
Yeah. And then when you apply this to the whole trans conversation and trans people being in women's spaces, being in women's sports, and this idea that we do have different strengths and weaknesses, one of those different strengths and weaknesses being literal physical strength, it really does change the experience that we're having. And you start to realize where modern feminism is a scam. As she says, modern feminism is what's convinced us that biological men can start to enter our spaces and that men are just as strong as women, that we raise boys and girls the same. While we are equally valuable as human beings and we should be treated equally and that we all deserve dignity and respect, it is very different from saying that we show up in the world equally. We absolutely do not. We have different priorities. We have different things driving us. We have different ways in which we show up in the world. And as I said before, we have different strengths and weaknesses. And to not acknowledge that is to not acknowledge the reality of life. And it's also to lead to really bad outcomes because we're like trying to force a square peg into a circle hole. And it's not working right now.
It's all based on human nature. And so I feel like a lot of women, not all women, but most women have forgotten their place.
Within themselves,
within the order of family, within the order, even like with God, if you just want to start blanketing statements, like, now this is the thing. If you are a masculine woman, that's fine, but stop acting like you're feminine. If you want to be a boss, babe, I don't need no man. You go do you, boo, but stop teaching that that's the answer, because I'm sick and tired of this divide of the family. I'm sick and tired of now good men, I'm listening to like stories, right? Good men are getting lazy in dating. They're getting lazy in the pursuit because women are making either everything too easy or they're too hands off. So now what's the point in even trying to date a woman when you're the man that you want me to be?
Whew. Okay.
Oof, that
There's
line.
a lot of layers to everything that she just said there. And there is space to be a masculine woman, as she said. And this is something that we talk about a lot. And this is why the trans conversation has gotten crazy. It's why the feminist conversation has become crazy. You are free to make whatever choices you want to make with your life. And there are women that happen to have very masculine traits and masculine personalities and masculine choices as far as lifestyle and everything that they do. But to teach women that that is the normal, to teach women that is something other than a statistical outlier, is to do a disservice to women. And we even find this in egalitarian societies, places like Denmark, where they're trying to have women enter male-centered fields, much like we're doing in the United States. And women, yes, Are some making the choice to, head on over there and be in their low masculine field? But by and large, they are trending towards nurturing jobs. They're trending towards jobs that care for people. They're trending towards jobs that work with their compassion, their intuition, things that women have strength in. So we can try oftentimes to sort of force nature into a different direction, but nature will curve its way back. We just happen to be in the era right now where we are forcing. And I think injecting narratives into women's brains, men's brains that are not necessarily going to be conducive to healthy futures. And a great example of this, and this is kind of a tangent, but Cosmo, you guys know the magazine Cosmo, they had this whole scheme, this whole era where they were pushing this idea of the modern woman. The modern woman is the one who goes out and works. She's the one who travels. She's the one who doesn't want to have kids. If she gets pregnant, she has an abortion. And this became a marketing ploy, essentially, because you are creating this new era of the masculinized woman consumer who, instead of sort of hunkering down and creating a family, creating a home, was going to go out and be just as much of a consumer as the average male was. So they pushed to masculinize women, to culturally shift them in this direction. And that's what women have done. That's why we're living in a hookup culture right now. We're living in a culture that is super pro-abortion, and whatever your stance is on that issue. I don't think abortion at the rate that we're having it right now is conducive to a healthy society. And the list goes on and on of all these ways in which we are masculinizing women and telling them that this is a better future for them. Meanwhile, you're seeing depression on the rise, anxiety on the rise. You're seeing women regret a ton of the choices that they're making in their early years and then becoming too old to reverse those choices, because the reality is that you can't. I don't know. It just seems like to me the modern feminist approach to dating, lifestyle, education, virtually everything that's taking place right now is not necessarily working out for us. And this is not to blame women for everything and say that they're the failures of our current society. There's plenty to dish out when it comes to men and their behavior as well. This is just one video in which I saw it and thought, there's something to be said here. And oftentimes when I find we're going in the wrong direction and you see something that just culturally is standing out as something that's just not working for our lives and for our well-being, oftentimes looking back to nature and reverting back to tradition, it works. I know it's not what people want to hear. And it's not what they wanted to hear when she said women need to find their place, because it sounds like you're being subjected to something. It sounds like you're being oppressed to think that somebody needs to put you in your place. But really what she's saying is we all have a place. And isn't it wonderful to have a place? And while for some of you, your place may be that place of a masculine woman who is going through life in a lot of ways in which a man would go through life, for many of us, it's going to be a feminized place, a female place, a traditionally gender rolled female place. And we can listen to that. We can seek that out. We can try it out. And guess what? For many of you, it's going to be successful. And for men, you're going to be successful finding your masculinized place. And that's really it at the end of the day. So when she says women need to find their place, I think that's what she's talking about. And isn't it nice to have a place? Guys, those are my thoughts on this video. Drop your thoughts in the comments down below.
Isn't it nice to have a place? In the kitchen. Kidding. I had to make the joke. I had to make the joke.
She had to go and ruin it.
No, but like, in all seriousness.
But while we're talking about, hold on, I'm sorry, I gotta cut in real quick here, because
No,
while we're talking about kitchens here, I must use the Breaking Bad term and say, someone cooked here. Okay, you can go now.
Oh. But see, I feel like that's the whole point of society's goal, is ripping people from the place where they belong, ripping their identity from them. And
Yeah.
everyone's buying into this lie of like, oh yeah, no, I don't belong here. I belong there. Oh no, this isn't my identity. That's my identity. And it's like, no, it's not actually.
Yeah,
And
well,
then,
and a big issue is because they, sorry, go ahead. I thought
No,
you were
no,
done.
no,
I think it's
no,
the
no.
Discord lag.
Nope, go. You do it.
A big issue, a big reason why this has worked up to this point is because they've successfully demonized feminine characteristics and traits. That's what they've done. So they've made compassion and empathy and nurturing and caring all weak-looking things, when they're not weak-looking things. There's a reason there's a term called the hand who rocks the cradle rules the world, because you will either create heroes or you will create dictator types, right? Based
Mhm.
off of how you raise, how you nurture, how you care, whether or not you're a good mother. Obviously, if you're a good father too, but it's like the mother's usually the one that's doing a lot of the raising for the most part. So it's like, you know, if you can successfully demonize those things and say actually only the male, and that's the irony of it, right? Is they say it's, you know, it's patriarchy, they're being sexist because they don't want you to do the same stuff that they're doing, but they're actually being the ones that are sexist because they're saying all the things that are womanly are actually bad and wrong and weak, and only the things that guys do are the things that are worth pursuing, so that's why you should pursue them. You see how it's actually quite twisted and sadistic when you actually think about it for a little bit. They just don't want you to think about it again because it's a
Mhm.
cult. Feminism is just a cult, and so is the
Mhm.
manosphere. Manosphere is just a cult, feminism for men. So it's like it just teaches people to listen to what I'm telling you, but don't think too deeply about it. Because if you think too deeply, you'll start to realize, well, wait a second, this kind of sucks. And that's so oftentimes with feminism, what I've seen is it pushes women into this place where, like she said, they get to the point of no return and then they become miserable, and then in their misery they want other people to be as miserable as them. I don't ever want some other girl to go and get the life I could have had, so they just keep pushing this idea of that feminism's good and being a boss babe is all this and whatever, and they're kind of they're telling it to them, but they're also trying to make themselves believe it while they're saying it, because in their mind I have no, so this has to work now. It's the same thing that they do with transgenderism. Now that you've cut off body parts, this has to work, or
Mhm.
I can't go back. And that's
Yeah.
exactly what the enemy wants. Because see, and this goes back to what I said in the beginning. If he can get you into this place where you say there's no going back, I can't ever, then he's like, well, then
Mhm.
there is always the other option. There's always the lead ticket out of here, right? And that's exactly where
Mhm.
he's always trying to get people to go to.
Yep.
So
Yep. It's just it's sad. And even like seeing these things that like I don't know, some people could argue whether they were intended for good or not. But from what other people, could see, like all these things like started off as good. Like again, the feminist movement, like yeah, women wanted rights and stuff. It's like, yeah, that's great. But then it was also like almost forced on some people as well. And then now it's snowballed into something extremely toxic and like we're better than you. You know what? We don't even need men. Men can just go take the lead ticket out of here and just go away. And so in turn, like, yeah, then you got men who are rising, like, oh, well, we don't need women. You guys all suck and this and that. And it's like, this isn't helping anything. Same with like Black Lives Matter movement, Me Too movement, like started off as something good and then just kind of here we are, where it's just made things worse. So,
yeah, how does that go? The road to hell is paved with good intentions.
mm-hmm.
Although I think in this case, I'm not even sure if feminism ever was paved with good intentions. I think because like if you ever look at the history of it, it, you know, a lot of women, like when the 19th Amendment was trying to be put in place, a lot of women didn't want the right to vote because it came with responsibilities that they didn't want. They didn't want to have to be a volunteer firefighter. They didn't want to have to, accept the draft. They didn't want to do all these different things that guys had to do to
Mm-hmm.
be able to be allowed to vote. And in fact, that was the other thing for guys back then too. You actually had to like do stuff in order to be allowed to vote. You didn't just get to be, oh, I'm a citizen, therefore I can vote. Like not every person that was a citizen was allowed to vote. You had to different, there used to actually be limitations to who was allowed to vote, and that probably helped make the pool of people voting not so toxic all the time, because you actually had people that were willing to be responsible, but then they would make decisions based off of that responsibility. You get what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
So but yeah, so like a lot of women, the majority of women didn't actually want the right to vote. It was forced upon them by, ironically, a bunch of white dudes up in power at
Mm.
the time. So that's like, it's just funny how everything that they always claim is usually the opposite. It's everything is they're trying to psyop you into believing their side. It's similar as like Eat the Rich, but the rich are the ones that are saying that. It's the
Yeah,
same
my gosh.
type of principle there. But that to me, the biggest issue is demonizing feminine characteristics and traits and elements, and saying that those things are like objectively less good or weaker than men's things, when it's like, and then you're trying to then also say, but also female. What are you talking? You know,
Mm-hmm.
it's like if female things are weak and women need to be more like men, then what actually is a woman then? What does it mean
Mm-hmm.
to be female then? It's like that's the whole point, is they don't want you to have that identity. They want you to have female power, but female power is doing everything like men do. So what then? So they want you to be men. Is that not the epitome of sexism? I guess, like in
Mm-hmm.
the grand scheme of things.
Well,
So
and that was the whole point of God making men and women. Like they were to like complement each other. They were to support one another. Like this whole thing of, oh well, we need to be you so that we don't need you is like it that wasn't how we were designed. That wasn't what we were created to do.
yeah, yeah,
Which
and
is
so
yeah.
that's the thing, is it's like needing to teach men that it's okay to be men, that they're allowed to be, again,
Mm-hmm.
like kind of how we were. There is a movement to try and say there's no men's spaces. Men are not allowed to have their own spaces. Men are not allowed to fight. You know, contact sports are becoming less contact. They're becoming more, it's like
Mm-hmm.
football's becoming more flag football-y as time goes on with all the rules that they keep putting in place.
Mm-hmm.
Like there's no good place to get out testosterone, because of course testosterone is like the epitome of toxic masculinity, right? So it's like guys aren't allowed to be guys. But then women aren't allowed to be women either. They're like, they have
Mm-hmm.
to share their spaces, share your bathroom with these other people who are saying
Ooh.
that they're also women. Women
Mm-hmm.
is it's just a costume, it's just something you put on in the morning, so to speak, and all the things that are, you know, typically women, like things that women should do. No, that's actually sexist to say that. All those things are weak and gross and whatever. And I don't know. I just think that that's really it's a messed up way to look at life,
Mm-hmm.
and it's okay to admit that there's things that you can do that I can't, and that there's
Yeah.
things that I can do that you can't. That should be okay.
Mm-hmm.
And you should be able to be okay with relenting to that, right? Like it should be okay that it's like, "Oh, I'm not very strong. I'm going to let this guy do this for me." "Oh, I'm not really good at," like she said, like the organization types of stuff. "I'm going to let my wife handle that because
Mm-hmm.
she's better at that." But see, then the manosphere would be like, "Oh, you have your wife do stuff for you? What are you, like a pansy or whatever?" And again, moral of the story today is that's where you have to kind of just be like, shut up, dude. Just shut up, quit talking, and go live your miserable life if that's what you want. If that's comfortable for you, keep going and living your miserable life. I'm going to actually, as for me and my house, we will serve the Lord, type
Mm-hmm.
of thing, right? So,
It's true.
but yeah, no, I don't see, like, where was the lie? Where was
Mm-hmm.
I like too that, like, you can very obviously tell that she starts the conversation with a shock factor to kind of really like prove her point, to get
Oh,
like to
absolutely.
drive the rest of the statement. Women need to know their place, right? Because she knows that that's gonna get people angry.
Uh-huh. It's gonna make the women angry. It's gonna make the men excited. Be like, yeah, you tell that woman. And then he's like, oh. And then I'm like, wait, and I'm
Yeah,
like, oh. It's like, all right, everybody just calm down.
yeah. And the irony too is, by the way, like guys don't like hearing "you need to know your place" type of a deal. Like nobody likes hearing that terminology of "you need to know your place." It's more of the aspect of understanding that differences are okay. That's really all that's trying to be said. It's okay that you have differences. It's okay that you are built a particular way to do particular things.
Mm-hmm.
And like even like Amala said too, it's like there might be some women out there that are more inclined to want, maybe there are like different ones that want to climb a corporate ladder or something like that, and that's
Yeah.
what they feel like they want to do. That just shouldn't be like pushed as like the normal good, and specifically like the right thing to do. Like, the
Mm-hmm.
other thing is demonized and this is the correct way. It's like
Yeah.
that's just an option. Like not everyone's built the same, sure. Like not everyone should be a parent. Go figure. Not every girl should be a mother. Go figure. There's a lot of people that would say that, and that's why I don't always agree with every conservative talking point, because a lot of conservative talking points would say that that's what women are made for, is to be mothers and children, and if they don't have that, then they won't be as fulfilled. That's not true. Like objectively not true.
Mm-hmm.
because you're taking God completely out of that equation. That's just like not true. There's a lot of women that would be fulfilled from that, but not every single one, you know?
Mm-hmm.
So that's where, again, you have two. That's what Satan usually likes to do, is he likes to always play extremes all the time. It's always going to be this extreme or it's going to be this extreme. There is no nuance. The nuance doesn't exist. It has to be one or the other. So pick your side, basically. That's why everything is two-tiered. Like I mentioned that before. Everything you notice in our world is two-tiered: black, white, men, women, you know, Republican, Democrat. It's everything. Everything is two-tiered,
Mm-hmm.
you know. And it doesn't need to be that way. It doesn't, like, I don't believe that that's the way it's supposed to be. So
Mm-hmm. He's so real for that, guys.
but anyway,
Moral.
good video. Thanks for sharing.
Huh?
I said good video though. Thanks for sharing.
Oh, thanks for letting me share. Sometimes I find good ones.
Letting her share as though she doesn't like control the entire stream.
It's fine. Moral of the stream: learn to read, tell people to shut up, beat up kids. This is where my cancel art
You forgot.
comes
You
into
also
play.
forgot to say, and tell women to know their. That's the other one. You
Oh
needed to add
yeah, you're so right. Yeah, tell women to know their place. Come to think about it, since feminism is not supported of since feminism is not supportive of the role that God created man to be, that's a big discouragement to men, because the people that God made to help us are now non-supportive of who we naturally are. So now men are depressed because of the lack of support, and women suffer from it because men are trying to be something that they don't need to be because they're being forced to. What a messed up concept. Exactly,
Yep.
DJ, exactly.
Yeah.
Like
That's a good little introspective look into that. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Wait, God made them compatible and fit together like a puzzle piece to become one? Crazy, right? Absolutely bonkers.
Well, and that's why, like, when you go back far enough to, like Tim Alberino pointed this out, and it's this idea that, like, prior to like 1840 something, I can't remember, everybody believed that the flood happened, for instance, right? Everybody believed that there was some sort of divine spark in humanity, even if they didn't believe in Christianity, right? Everybody pretty much across the globe, across the board, believed that, until Darwinism kicked in. And then the atheists jumped in on that, and they're like, oh, see, actually, people aren't special. They're just animals. They're just bags of flesh and chemicals. But now we need a way to mold, because evolution in and of itself, we have a cause, but we don't have like a purpose. We don't have like an endpoint. Where is evolution taking us? Well, enter Friedrich Nietzsche, who's like, oh, hey, we have to become the overman. We don't need God anymore. God is dead and we killed him. So therefore, we can become the new gods of the world. We have to create humanity 2.0, which is the overman. Oh, well then the atheists jump on that too. Oh, so we'll see. So Darwinism, the idea of evolution, is leading people toward this end goal of becoming humanity 2.0. And then the theosophists jump on that and they create this whole cult type of religion out of it to usher in the Antichrist, all this different stuff. Ultimately, to all that to say that once you take away this concept of that human beings are made by God, well, then nothing you say about a person matters. That's why people feel so comfortable saying, just let people do what they want, rather than saying that you're actually made for a particular purpose. It's like individualism to its own end, And yeah, once you just boil somebody down to just a mere animal, well then yeah, what is anything? Yeah, why can't they just do whatever? Why can't they just follow their instincts? Why can't they just but on top of that, so not only can they just do whatever they want, they also aren't valuable. So you can do whatever you want to them and it doesn't really matter. They don't want you to know that, but that is ultimately said when you just chalk somebody up to being nothing more than just an animal. So perfect vehicle for the enemy to use, though. So
exactly. See, guys, he's sneaky.
Yep. If God is not real, everything is relative and meaningless. Yep. Exactly.
The Pride Month post I've seen some airlines make where they try to say same-sex marriage makes sense by putting seat buckles with the same ends with each other to where they can't buckle is so self-defeating. It's delusion. Wait,
Are you kidding me? I've never seen that. That's
what?
goofy.
That's something.
Lol. Oh man.
That
Why, dude?
my head hurts.
Yeah.
When you destroy the
Yeah.
person, you can control the person. Cult 101. Mm-hmm.
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
It's also why I always say too is if they ever tell you, if you're ever part of something that tells you don't ask questions, you know you're in a cult, like in a bad cult. Like that's how you know it's like that's how you know it's bad, is because you should be allowed to ask questions. You should be able to challenge the status quo. And then what the hope would be is if you challenge the status quo, but the status quo is actually based in reality, it's based in truth. So aka it's based in God. Your questioning against the truth, if it is actually true, will not stand up against the truth. So your position will fall, and it'll either come down to whether you have enough humility to say, I guess I wasn't right, and then go along with the truth again, or you'll back out and you'll become basically outcast because of that, right?
Mm-hmm.
From that whatever that is, that community. But if you aren't allowed to scrutinize, period, that usually means they don't want you to because they know you'll poke holes into it. So
Mm-hmm.
there you go.
Absolutely. It's the whole like.
George.
Oh no,
Go
go ahead. Go ahead. No, go.
George Carlin said humanity should just die out to allow Earth to heal, not realizing what would happen if humans weren't around to preserve the good things growing and living on Earth. Yeah. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Because that was part of our thing, is we were to have dominion of the earth and multiply and be fruitful in it and then take care of it.
Mm-hmm.
So taking care of it's a big part of that too. So
Mm-hmm. Oh my gosh, Will has it. Okay, hold on a sec here. Also, hi, Zach. So reading
Oh,
this message,
no.
you're being racist. Wow. Hi, Zach. Yes. Apparently, I am in fact racist. Oh
yeah, we
my
established this a
gosh.
long time ago.
Oh my gosh. This is so dumb. This is I can't. I can't with this.
What?
Misty! Hi, Misty. Welcome in.
Hey! Hey, what's up, Misty?
Welcome. How was your stream? What were you streaming? Welcome. I just realized that this is up on screen. Hi, guys.
We've been talking about things, guys.
Yep. It's been a great episode. It's been great.
You know what the best part about this particular image is and what it says
Mhm.
above? Because like if you read it, it says that yeah, it doesn't matter who you click with. Out of the 3 couplings they have there, only one of them can click. Only one of them can click.
I was gonna say, if I'm on a flight, like I know what they were trying to get at, but at the same time, no, the point you're making counteracts the point you're trying to make. It's like
It literally speaks against it. It's like
Yep.
actually speaking against it. That's
Yep.
the hilarity of it.
See, the funny thing is, people had to this had to go through multiple people probably before it got posted. Like this was approved. This is approved
Yep.
by multiple people. It's like this doesn't make sense.
Yep, there's no logic involved. It's just make sure the agenda gets out there. That's really all this is.
Yeah. Oh, Zach says he's seen this post. It got roasted so hard.
Yeah. And rightly,
yep.
because like it makes no sense. On top of the fact, like aside from the agenda, like if someone took this a little too literally, like you could potentially risk somebody's safety if they're just like, oh yes, I'll be fine with trying to put these 2 together. They try to like tie a rubber band between the 2 male ends or something to keep themselves together. I don't know. Like it's like it's not a good message all around in general. So
yeah, absolutely. It's just oh man. Anyway, I digress. Only one of those works. Exactly. Only one of them works. My gosh.
That's crazy. What airline was that again?
This was Royal Dutch Airlines.
Amsterdam. Okay, so that's Eastern European. That doesn't particularly surprise me then.
Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. Doc, you're so real for that one. Oh my gosh. Hey, you can tie the ends together and it technically bonds, but it ain't what they were designed for.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yep. That is a Beavis and Butthead joke where they couldn't put on their seatbelts on the plane. Oh, really? I'd never seen. That's funny. Yeah.
Yep.
Moral of the story is it's okay if you're a girl to be a girl. Okay if you're a guy to be a guy, and things that go along with that. We kind of help balance each other out. Ladies help the guys to express their emotions properly so that they don't freaking blow up and start going crazy. And guys are usually a good emotional like pillar for women to help stabilize them. That's usually how that works. It's nice give and take there, and that's okay. Like if you're more emotional as a girl, that's not a weakness. That's okay. It's okay to have that. It's okay. I feel like I've had to say that a lot in the last however many weeks it's been for me recently, but it's like it's an okay thing. It's okay. And it's okay if you're a guy to you know, you like guy things, you like to be masculine. It's not toxic. And if anybody says so, you send them to me and I'll tell them. There you go.
Played some Fortnite for the first time. It was actually pretty fun. How are y'all doing? Any crash out? No, well, I got
define crash out, yeah.
Yeah, we got heated, like in the sense of over stupid people doing stupid things, and we're like, why are you stupid? So if that counts, then yes, there were some very mild crash outs.
Yeah.
I know people do, Zach. Gosh.
Thank you so much.
But we're doing good. We're doing good. Listening to dudes talk about hot rods or Star Wars is always a delight. Men are cool. Yeah, they are. Also, thank you for the follow.
Yeah, thanks, Schultze. I know you. I recognize you from Misty's chat. How
you
doing? Yeah. Yeah. Good talks, though. Good talks all around.
Oh, very good talk. So, once again, we have an absolutely based community here. You guys are all awesome. So, my presence continues to expand. Yes, it does. Thanks for the hydrate, Grace. But yeah, that's all I had. Unless you have anything else you want to add.
I don't think so. I think I pretty much put out anything that I had thought of up to this point. So,
did I hear base streamer? Yes, absolutely you are, Misty. Absolutely, 100% you are. Yes. Did you guys know that Misty streams? I know she's rated, but you know. What, sorry?
I was just saying head pets for Misty. Go ahead.
There you go. Now you. Uno, where's my Uno reverse card? Where's my Uno reverse card? There it is. No, you. Catch these compliments.
Yeah, by the way, I'm starting a new hashtag, guys, specifically for Misty. Hashtag never miss a Misty prayer. I'm telling you right now, she ends all of her streams with a prayer. Never miss it.
Aww.
Never miss it. It's the most wholesome thing. It just makes you feel happy. You never miss a Misty prayer ever. Never. Okay?
There you go.
So there you go. That's
shame on me.
Yeah, see, so anytime you see that, you just gotta keep it open. Gotta wait for that prayer, you know.
That's wonderful.
But anyway. But yeah, good talks, guys. So yeah. Man, we went through like a roller coaster today. We went from talking about really, really deep stuff about enduring even when things are hard to as we said, boobs and butts, which was specifically just Tomb Raider, is what we were talking about. And then we went into reading is racist. Apparently, it's phonics is apparently part of the Jim Crow era. I guess that's funny. And then we moved into talking about some VTuber stuff of why people are all attacking VTubers. And then we ended up talking about feminism is bad, and now we're here. So there you go.
Ta-da! Just another morning monologues, guys.
Just another morning monologue.
Woman, I will fight you all day long. I will absolutely fight you all day long. You based, girly. You based. Can I get a shout out for Misty again? One more time. Why not? I miss Tomb Boob chat probably for the best. Oh man.
Yeah, we were mostly just showing the new game actually looks kind of cool. So I'm pretty excited for it.
Oh yeah, and don't call people bald apparently. For some
and
reason.
don't call people bald.
Gosh. Still ticks me off. Holy smokes.
Yeah.
Wait, according to Twitch, no, not for another 53. Oh. Oh no, the other shout out. It's all good. It's all good. It's all good. But yeah, no, we just again for anyone because I think we did have one or two people like, what? And I was like, yeah, no, we say that because everyone's like, oh my gosh, like you can't have nice looking women. You can't have like good looking men. Everyone's got to be average and shaped like rectangles or whatever. And it's like, okay, cool.
Yep.
Don't call
We just want Laura Croft to look like Laura Croft. That's all.
Yep.
That's it. And the games to actually play like the games we're supposed to play.
Just leave our characters alone. Let them be. Go make your own character if you got an issue.
You freaking hairless freaks.
Oh yeah, there we go. Yeah, exactly, Bunny. If I find it hot, it's good. If you find it hot, it's bad.
Yeah, I've quite literally seen that exact thing on multiple occasions. That's why it's like I just don't take it seriously anymore. I can't take it seriously anymore. It's such a non-issue. This shouldn't be an issue whatsoever. But here we are.
Here we are, nonetheless. But anyway, I think that's all we got, guys. But thank you all for hanging out and being an absolutely based community. You guys are fantastic. Misty, thank you again for the raid, girly. I appreciate it. That's your beautiful heart. Yeah, a lot of people just wanted a reason to be upset. Honestly, yes.
Yeah.
Sad but true.
Yeah.
Everyone just wants to be mad for some reason. Like, why can't we, like
Give me the Christmas spirit.
Yeah. Give me the Christmas spirit.
Please.
Can you read Rico's message one more time, Hood? Just
where is
just
that
to
again?
end on
Let's see.
It's pinned in chat unless you if you moved it away, I can send it to you.
Don't worry, I got it. Let's see. Can I scroll in this when I did? Yes, I can. Okay, here we go. I command you.
Oh, it muted you. Oh, he gone.
What?
Oh. Are you back? Oh, it's like, I command you, and then it was just like silence. I was like, oh.
Oh, am I back?
Yeah, it cuts you off though after a certain point.
It does? Lame. Okay.
I'm sorry. It was it's a cool idea.
I command you all to commit fully to the Christmas spirit in service to our blessed and immortal Emperor Jesus Christ. He was born to save you from damnation and destruction, and is victorious over death and sin for you. As such, bend the knee and glorify our King this Christmas. There you go.
And speaking of Rico, guys, guess who's streaming right now? Guess who's back? Guess who's streaming?
Guess who's back again.
We're gonna go raid Rico!
Back. Tell a friend.
Exactly. Yeah, he was too powerful. That's what it was. But yes, I'm so freaking excited. I've missed Rico. Guys, keep
I know.
praying for Rico.
Yeah.
Keep praying. Keep
Man's
loving
putting
him.
his nose to the grind.
Keep praying, keep loving. All the tings. I guessed wrong. Oh, it's all good. It's all good. We have multiple wonderful friends who are streaming right now. I just saw Rico was live and I'm like, guys, I miss my brother. He didn't stream all last week. And yeah, so we're gonna go love on our brother, our broski, our glorious battle leader. But yeah, Hood, was there anything else that you wanted to share or promote?
Nope. I have. Well, I'll say it's a sneak peek for you guys because technically I like to keep it secret from my own people. But any of my own people that are in here from my YouTube channel, you will get a little sneak peek. I'm trying to edit some Garten of Bonbon footage because I was told to continue playing that series. I don't know why. You will see as I go throughout the series how my enthusiasm for the game slowly decreases as time goes on.
Oh no.
It's not the greatest series. Anyway, aside from that, I got more shorts that I'll be trying to get out from some of the misadventures we've had recently. I just had a chance to actually get them out there yet, but yeah, you can look forward to some of that. That's mainly it right now, currently. So
exciting.
Yeah.
Yes. Also, yeah, there's his YouTube link. Go subscribe. Go like, comment, share. Tell a friend. It'd be glorious.
Hey, thanks. Appreciate it. We're almost to 2,000. We're heading that direction, guys.
Let's go. Get this man to 2,000.
Heading that direction.
Let's go. Yes. My baptism Saturday. Pray for me. Absolutely, Doc. Absolutely. Let's go. And yeah, I think that's it. That's all. So we're gonna go raid Rico.
Yay!
I'm so excited. I've missed that man. I've missed my brother. Looks like he's doing some arts and stuff. I'm excited.
Nice.
But yeah. Yes, thanks for joining, friends. I will be uploading more VODs to my YouTube channel. So keep an eye out for that. Hopefully more shorts soon. I actually just need to sit down and edit things. But yeah. And then we'll have a couple 12 Days of Christmas collabs this week and into next week. We got morning monologues again on Thursday. If you enjoyed today, tune back in Thursday. If you want to see more Hood on the channel. But yeah. It's been good. It's been real. You guys are absolutely based, and I love you all dearly. So, thanks again for hanging out, friends. Hope you all have a wonderful morning, afternoon, evening, wherever the heck you are. And as always, remember you are awesome and you are so very loved. Mwah. Forehead kisses for all y'all. Absolutely based beans. Oh, and we're stuck in ads, so we're just gonna raid out. So thanks for joining, guys. Until next time. Bye-bye.
Bye.